time you were first. It was the second time you were first. Last time there was somebody first on Twitch, but I think you beat the YouTube crew. Hello everyone! It's been 3 days since I last streamed. Yesterday I had to cancel stream because I was working on something, and I'm still technically working on it. I have a very close deadline that is approaching rapidly. So I'm trying my hardest to get it done in time. But I think I can get a decent job done. Maybe it's just the thought that counts or something like that, but you know. How have you guys been? How was your weekend? It was July the 4th, right? The 4th of July? Or was that a while ago? Was that on Friday? I streamed on Friday. Oh, how was your long weekend then? How about that? How was your long weekend? Long weekend. M&Ms. I was on Friday, you're right. I can't remember what I did this weekend. Good. What did I do? I worked. That's right. I did some work. You know what? Something weird is going on in my apartment building right now? We're getting like a lot of millipedes. Like every time I go to work in the morning, there's this room in the lobby where there's like so many millipedes just milling around. They're just milling around, doing who knows what, crawling. But there's like at least like 30 of them every morning, and then when I come back after work, they're gone because the care worker has like mopped them up. But now that I've noticed them, they're like all over the place. They're in like the parking lot hallways and in like the edges. Sometimes they're in the house. It's weird. It's not like, it's almost like an infestation, but not quite an infestation. I feel like it's more like, yeah, 30. They're just like, I have a picture, but I don't want to. It's hard to find. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the picture for you guys. Copy link? Maybe that'll work? Okay. You see the dots? Those are all the worms. The millipedes. See? All the little... It's kind of blurry to see, but like, look at all of them. They're all over the place. The millipedes. That's what they look like. Had a good Friday because I played fun game than D&D. Nice. Fun game. You can't see them! What do you mean? They're all the little dots. They're like blur dots. They're like easy to miss somehow. Like they're so slow and they don't trigger like, I feel like a lot of... It says starting soon! Oh no! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Hi, I'm back. Oh, I guess you wouldn't read it either. You wouldn't be able to see it because I don't have the... Oops! Oh my god, my bad. Hold on. Oh my god. Hi. Thanks for reminding me, Bean. Hi, Perf! also is not showing the game for you, which is sad. Window capture? Display capture. There we go! You love this game! We're like halfway done it, I think. We're in the middle of...
But the birds are coming and going freely.
Is that a map?
Oh, it totally is.
Where are we in this story? Yeah, I have this idea that there's gonna be something right in the middle. Because that's where the pipe goes down. So there has to be something in the middle. So I think the last time I played this game, when I started the game, it was maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago now. So I remember it pretty clearly, actually. So, okay, I'm gonna explain what happened in my memory. So, this girl died. Where's your picture? Freya. Freya died. Oh, I never looked on this page. So Freya was killed. She was found dead up here in this room. And everybody's story of the night of the murder seems to align perfectly. And they all showed up here in this thing. Now, what I think is going on 2 years ago, yeah. What I think is going on is, so this guy, the professor, this is a professor. He is looking for this special golden beetle for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's like a very, like it sells for a lot of money or something. He's looking for this golden beetle. And he hires this lady down here as a private detective to figure out and help him find this golden beetle. So they're kind of like trying to track it down. Now Freya, Now Freya, who's the dead girl, she was also looking for the golden beetle. This is my hypothesis. I don't actually know if this is real or not. This is what I'm guessing is happening. Freya's also looking for the beetle. And she died. We know that Freya really wants to leave the island that they're living on. She wants to go forth in life. But she, she's dead now, so she can't do that. Also, the professor doesn't have very much money, so it makes more sense that he wants this golden beetle. Fifi, this is Fifi. She's one of Freya's friends, one of her besties. She's gonna inherit the whole house once whoever has it dies. She's gonna be the inheritor. I forget her name. This goth girl here. I forget her name, but she was also one of Freya's friends. I don't think I think she also wants to leave, but she hasn't been doing it very much. The gardener, I forget his name as well. He's fiancés with the bird lady up here. They're fiancés, but there's like some tension going on with the goth girl, the gardener, and the bird girl. Because the goth girl and the gardener, they're kind of like, this is the goth girl's room and this is the gardener's room. So they're kind of like really close and they're connected by this cute like garden on the top of the house. So they can like kind of like meet up and have romantic things going on, potentially. Bird lady doesn't really like goth girl, so we don't know why exactly. Possibly because she's schmoozing with her potential, her fiance, or just because her dad likes her more. I think her dad is him, sorry. Look at his bum. Then there's the mom and the dad. They're married. They're Fifi's parents, I think. Oh yeah, I guess Freya, he is throwing it back! I guess Freya's family, there's no, like, parents here, so that's why nobody was really distressed about her dying. I mean, these two kind of are, but, like, not super duper. Oh yeah, there was also a bird thing. So, Bird Lady used to have 4 birds. And one was this very, very endangered bird. So endangered, the bird that they had was actually the last bird alive on Earth. And the mom lady, she really, really, really loved that bird. And Freya knew that she really loved that bird. And would doodle sketches of her with the bird, and she had like a feather, and she was posing with a feather. Here.
There it is. The
So
looks that way.
She was posing with the feather of this bird that she loves, but it looks like a knife. See, Flora is not holding a knife. She's holding a red and white ink dip bird feather. That's her favorite bird. And there's some like tensions, I think. She's like really dismayed about her fave bird being dead. And that's kind of where we stopped. We realized that we could interview everybody to the extreme, and so that's what we were up to. I think we had just finished Bird Lady? Let's see. Yeah, we just figured out that we could ask every single question. I love her music. Okay, let's go talk to him then. I think we only have a few more that we need to ask everybody questions of. Oops, sorry.
there's something kinda... I just expected a bit.
Can I not talk to you, sir?
Try.
Have a look. Oh yeah, look. He can like clearly see across the way.
I can't move it. I think this is just how it's set up.
It's really creepy. Hi.
A listless soul drifting through the ether.
What's wrong with her?
Not sure. She's always been troubled. Comes from a dysfunctional family. I'd say you could ask her about it, but I
Wow.
think you might find that to be a bit of a dead end.
Rude.
He should learn to make the most of his lot in life. And he does have a lot in life.
You're talking about money?
Among other things, but yes, he currently has agency over a small fortune. That is, if he hasn't already squandered it or lost it.
This
You
guy's...
two don't get on?
Oh no, we're the best of friends.
This guy's got some issues.
Ah, yes, the heiress of Tangle Tower. Goodness knows what'll happen when she takes charge. I dare say she'll confiscate my telescope and replace it with a microscope.
She doesn't seem to be the type to impress her will on others.
Still, keep an eye on her.
This
Dangerously
guy.
intelligent, that one.
You sound jealous. Wait, are you two science rivals?
Oh no, we operate on very different wavelengths. Literally.
He's weird. I don't like him.
Hard to read, that one, but she seems to know what she's doing.
She's kind of mean.
You know, I simply assumed all detectives were sharp, rigorous, and thorough.
Word.
Then, of course, I
Word.
met you.
Oh my gosh. Look at his face. He looked like a puppy.
Nobody could deny her talent. She was remarkable, artistically gifted, but also highly intelligent.
Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
Was she ever interested in astronomy?
I don't think she was. The fault may well lie with me for failing to inspire her. But I think she was captivated by more tangible things here on Earth. My daughter loved her. Fiona, too. That said, in the last year or so, more and more I begun to notice her by herself.
Oh.
Wandering the gardens at the most peculiar hours. She must have explored every inch of the grounds 100 times over. Quite a restless spirit, I think. I'm surprised
looking
she
for
chose to live
something.
at Tangle Tower as long as she did.
She wanted to leave. We're thinking that also Freya wanted the beetle so that she could move out as well.
What do you want me to say? He's the gardener.
He's a member of the family.
Yeah, but not the Pointer family.
What happened to his parents, do you know?
His father, Flint, is Felix's brother. Strange man.
Felix's
Don't think anybody
brother.
knows what happened to him, but he certainly doesn't live here anymore.
What about his mother?
Suspicious.
Emily? I've not met her. She never actually married into the fellow family. Her relationship with Flint was...
Emily?
It was short-lived.
That's one way to put it.
I don't especially want to talk about myself. Introspection often leads to vanity.
Wait, does it?
Why don't we
Huh?
discuss the moons of Jupiter instead?
I'm not sure if we have time. Aren't there like 10 of them?
83.
Yeah, we don't have time.
Yeah, we don't have time.
Ah, Penelope.
Penelope.
Our resident ornithologist.
Thank you! I love my
Penny's
detective
your
outfit
niece,
as well.
Is that right?
At this moment in time, until she marries the gardener.
She'll
The
still be your
gardener.
niece.
But she'll depart from the world of the Pointers and join the Fellows. Like rats deserting a sinking ship.
Whoa! Is that some way to talk to your niece?
My Poppy, my pride and joy. Exceptionally talented pianist from a young age. She... Hold on. Why is she on your list of suspects?
Because she's a suspect.
Oh no, I can personally
Oh,
vouch for her
no.
innocence. She'd never. Well, the truth is, she loves.
Hi, guy
Freya
with a slice
very
of bread.
dearly.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to Poppy's mother?
Primrose. She was Flora's sister, a Remington by
Primrose.
birth. The playing field has never really been even since she left.
Where did she go?
Away.
Away.
Oh my god!
She went away.
Yo, I didn't even know that was gonna happen. I'm crazy.
So
Alright, let's
which
go
one is
through all
Tangle
this.
Tower?
What's that?
There are two towers, right? Flora's tower and your astronomy tower.
Neither? Truly, I have no idea. You'd have
They're
to ask
tangled
Flora.
together.
She named the house?
The whole thing is a result of her squabbling with her family.
Oh.
With Felix, you mean? Her husband?
No, her brother and sister. And
Away.
her father. The Remington family was a
Away.
rather tumultuous little unit, you see.
Tumultuous
But
unit.
I don't think Flora has spoken with any of them in over a decade.
Or spoken.
Not exactly a wealth of information, is it?
It's enough.
Case file. Damage
Isn't
tape.
the process of decay fascinating?
It's not really decaying. It's plastic.
It's becoming one with nature, all the same.
Hi guys with slice of bread.
A very old statue in
What kind of slice of bread is
I
it?
recommend you leave it well alone. The poor fellow's in bad enough shape as it is.
Who? The harp statue. Oh, interesting. He doesn't want us looking at the statue that has code on it that probably opens a secret passageway. Typical.
Where on earth did you find that?
It was in a bush outside. I think someone threw it away.
How peculiar.
How peculiar. You don't know? I've always wanted to have a sourdough starter. I think I would be really good at taking care of it because I would forget that it exists in the back of my fridge. Do you have to feed it like frequently, or can you like wait for it to like, you know, be alive and like, I don't know. I know you have to feed a sourdough starter like something every so often. But can it like die? Like mold? How do you know when it's... I need to look this up. You can do the same with pickle brine, apparently.
I find that painting to be in rather bad taste.
Oh, yeah?
The knife with real
Once
blood
every
on
1
it?
or 2 weeks.
The whole thing is rather vulgar.
It is alive, so it can die. Scary.
Here's a thought.
I
Do
think
you
that's really
suppose
freaky.
The paintbrush could be the murder weapon?
No.
After all, it was found at the scene, right next to Freya's body.
I guess it's possible.
Is this important?
Possibly.
Possibly.
Pointer property originally purloined by the fellows.
Purloined.
I haven't seen that tape for a long time. Who broke it?
No idea.
Ah, well.
If medieval peasants
possessions
could
are
figure it out,
fleeting,
surely
my
you can
friends.
too. You're right. But see, they had very little to do, you know? Like, they're probably like sitting around on their farms churning butter and they're like, man, what should I do after this? I know, I'll feed my sourdough starter. How did... Okay, now I'm like getting into the logistics of it. Like, it was so old and everybody had like a... What game is this? This is Tangle Tower. Tangle Tower. Like, I feel like that would be too weird for like some people and their like their minds like to be like, all right, let's put this living mold creature into the bread to cook.
This looks a little rushed. Even by Felix's standards.
At least he tried.
Yes, I
Hi,
suppose
Caddy.
it's good for the old fellow to have a hobby. Keeps his mind from decaying, you know. This is supposed to be Felix, is it?
I think so.
I see he's afforded himself considerable artistic license.
What is with this guy's rivalry?
These were drawn by Freya. She must have drawn that one of Hawkshaw rather recently.
I
Hawkshaw.
guess.
Poppy's two closest friends.
Aww.
Freya looks so innocent there. Freya was well acquainted with the abstract, I'll say that much.
We
What does
still
it
don't know what
look
that
like
is.
to you?
To me, it's a big, red thing.
It's a red rock.
Fascinating interpretation.
Redstone.
He's right, though. It is a big red thing.
True, Sally. I love Sally's voice. I forgot how much I
That's a
loved it.
very old book, isn't it? Looks like someone could have taken better care of it.
No, he's not
I
so.
like
just
the look of a
especially
well-read
smart
book,
today. I
rather
think
than one
I'm
that's never been
especially
opened.
not as smart today, actually.
Well put.
How come everybody's name is showing today?
A diary can be a wonderful outlet for an outpouring of one's soul.
How do you know it's a diary?
I suppose I don't, but it does look like a diary.
It smells like feet in my room again. Gosh darn it. Why does that always happen?
Curious creature, isn't it? Some sort of amphibious bipedal fishman.
Fish
Playing a
man.
trumpet.
Playing a trumpet, yes.
I don't know why. It's so annoying. Not to be confused with Pizza Tower. Hi, DKP. Is Pizza Tower from Fortnite?
What a precious photograph. She hasn't changed a bit, has she?
Who?
Oh, if you don't know, perhaps I don't either.
Oh, it's a different game.
Oh my. This is the first piece that Primrose ever learnt on the piano.
Aww.
Primrose, that is Poppy's mother. She passed it down to Poppy when she started teaching her how to play.
Poppy's piano teacher was her mother.
Of
Aw.
course. Warms my heart to know that after
It's a much
everything,
beloved time
Poppy
attack
still has
platforming
it
game.
up on her wall.
Ooh.
I've seen those earmuffs before. They're the ones Fitz always wears when he's out the front gardening.
Oh.
Always wears.
Whenever I've seen him, yes.
Hmm.
I think you may wish to adjust your threshold of what you consider to be a clue.
Wow.
That's rather a small cage for 3 birds, isn't it? But then, aren't we all trapped in a cage?
So deep.
What kind of flower is that?
We're not sure. I think it might be the only one of its kind.
Primrose would know. My wife was a floriculturalist.
Ooh.
Best in the field. That's a flower joke, but she was.
Interesting.
Best in the field.
So, we found some research. What's up with this golden beetle?
Yeah.
Is this something you're studying?
I can't help you, I'm afraid. I think it must be something left behind by a previous inhabitant of Tangle Tower.
Yeah.
I'm not the
Yeah.
first scientist to ever walk these halls, you know.
Yeah?
Well, it wasn't in the halls. It was in your astronomy tower.
Yeah. Oh, suspicious.
What's this? Is it a clue?
We don't actually know. But Grimoire picked it up, so now he has to pretend it is.
That's how it works.
That's how it works, boys.
What's this?
Thank you
It
for
looks
your
like it might be a
purchase.
telescope. Thought you might know something about it.
Well, it certainly is a telescope. It has a part there to screw onto a tripod, you see?
Oh.
It's rather small, though. I'm not sure you could see many stars with it.
No, probably not.
It's a spy. It's a spy lens.
Curious little thing, isn't it? Do you know what she keeps in there?
Nothing. At the moment. It was empty when we opened it.
How
Hides.
bizarre.
The
Can't a
size
woman keep an empty egg in
same.
her room?
Yeah, can a woman keep an egg in her room?
Fitz seems rather keen to grow things like this in his greenhouse, doesn't he?
I want to eat
What's
one
wrong with
so
that?
bad.
Well, you can't eat it. Makes
Why not?
you wonder why he bothers at all.
Well, why can't you eat it though?
Yes, very nice. Where is that bird of Flora's?
Dead.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
It's dead, sir.
There's something about Pointer's astronomy habits. Something.
Suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
Let's go.
So, Professor, what interests you about astronomy exactly?
Yeah.
It's not a matter of being interested. Once you expand your mind to the wider universe, it cannot be unexpanded.
Huh?
And how long have you been an astronomer?
I really don't like to give exact values unless
It's
I'm
a
sure I
cover-up?
can quantify them.
Convenient?
Why do you ask me these things?
Yeah.
I have a theory
mean,
about
what's-
you, Professor.
Yeah, Yeah,
Oh,
we have a theory.
Go on.
Discovered a meteor is headed straight to Earth. You're trying to get it. You're not really interested in astronomy at all.
You're not really interested in astronomy.
I
at
really
all.
want to play the
What
Duck
could you
Detective games. You're
possibly
so
mean by
right.
that?
I think you're interested in a slightly different field of research.
Dun dun dun!
I don't have time for tiny, insignificant insects. My
Thank
studies
you,
focus
guy.
only on the
wanna call you
inconceivably
Bread.
large and the unimaginably far away.
Right.
Right.
That's why you like using your telescope so much.
Yes, naturally.
Not to
My little
spy
portal into another world.
on your
Yeah.
neighbor.
About that.
Pointer's telescope was actually looking at the crime scene and not up in the sky.
Pointer's telescope was actually looking at the crime scene and not up at the sky.
Dun dun dun!
First, you accuse me of being a lowly entomologist. Now you're accusing me of, what, spying?
Yes.
Are you spying?
Why would I need to spy on Flora?
Why? Because you lost your golden beetle
There is a
specimen,
game called
and
I
it's
Am
made
Bread,
you
and I want to play it
paranoid.
so bad.
You think somebody stole it from you.
Might not have been Flora you were spying on. Might have been Freya.
Oh!
It's a very precious specimen. Incredibly rare. Valuable in ways you could never understand. Freya was always sneaking around. Both towers and in the gardens, too. She was definitely up to something.
So, this next question is important. You were looking to Flora's room around the time of the murder.
Mm.
Did you witness the crime, Professor?
Oh!
No, I didn't. When I looked into the room, Flora was already lying on the floor.
Oh!
Flora? You mean Freya?
No, Flora. She was lying by the window. I couldn't see Freya at all. It was fairly dark. The telescope isn't at a very good angle. That's why I decided to head over there myself. I needed to know what was going on.
This changes your statement, doesn't it?
No, everything I told you in my statement was true.
Apart from the reason you left your tower in the first place.
Hmm. Don't spoil it, Bean! Don't spoil it!
Let's go over what we know about the crime scene.
There's 2 new things here? What's that?
Freya was definitely up to something.
Up to something.
Something to do with the statue in the garden, I think.
Maybe we should go back and check. And we could...
To the garden!
This wasn't here before.
What is it?
It's a little wooden toy. Looks kind of like a crab.
There's a note stuck to the back.
A crab?
What does it say? Grimoire?
Oh! Oh my god, it's one of those things where you can see things. This is my new friend. He likes music. Simple melodies will move his soul. Best of luck. You too, Freya?
What do you think? Is it really from her?
How can it be?
Why don't we check the handwriting with Freya's diary?
Good idea. Hold on.
Well,
It's a perfect match.
well, it's confirmed. We have a ghost helping us.
Nice.
Let's keep this to ourselves for now.
What about the little wooden toy thingy?
Maybe we can put it to some kind of use.
Tangle Tower unfinished business? Continue. Ooh, Alright.
I'm still not
Should we take another look?
We can't solve this
Let's
puzzle
come
yet.
back.
Okay, so the thing said that it needed... Oh my god, I bet it's that musical note that she plays.
Are they?
Whatever they are. Like a little parade of...
This thing.
Yeah, it's mine.
Can you play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I
You
have
knew
it
it.
memorized.
Did it work?
How sweet.
I knew it! The wooden toy sunken. Is it doing something? Wait, we have other things too. We have the gramophone. Oops. We have the gramophone as well. It looks like my parents fighting. No. Go down here. Try it. Okay, we have 2 musics. We have this music. Does that work? This one could be more because we found it in that pond where the crab was. The humming in this is actually really creepy.
Weird.
It's someone humming a tune.
Look, it's making different shapes. Okay, so it's not... Ha!
It's piano music.
It sure is piano music. Did it work? Okay. We only have 2. What else do we have that makes sound? The horn statue? Toot, toot. I guess we could go back to the question-y marquee.
Oh, whatever it is,
While it is the music out of practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
What's with all the broken glass? Suspicious. Was it the same song that the person was humming? I don't know. Let's go here because there's a question mark. What's up?
Mountains.
Nope. They're too more like
Whatever they are, they go all the... We know a little more about the crime scene now. So, what do you think? Was Freya stabbed by her own painting?
No. Alright. Let's put something. Was Freya stabbed by... Why was there blood on the painting? Let's see. The paint... Oh yeah, there was a paint pot full of blood. Blood from the paint pot was used to paint over to hide the evidence? The existence of magic. Maybe to hide the evidence? Blood from the paint pot was used to paint over the painted ink dip feather to hide evidence?
Blood from the paint pot was used to paint over the painted ink dip feather to hide the evidence. Nope.
I think that was pretty close. Where did the blood come from and how was it used? The blood from the paint pot. Oh, it was used to paint the red tip to resemble a bloody
Blood
knife.
from the paint pot
Aha!
was used to paint the
I was
red tip
close.
of the painted ink dip feather to resemble a bloody knife.
I think you're right.
Oh, I think you're right.
Decide if I'm disappointed or relieved.
I have a question.
I'm disappointed.
Why?
Why?
Either it's a very strange coincidence,
Why?
or somebody set it up.
Somebody deliberately put blood in the paint pot and hid that feather after the crime. Why? To distract us?
I think
Possibly.
Fifi is suspicious right now because
Possibly.
Fifi...
Flora's the only person who could have hidden the feather, unless someone took it from her.
Let's go over what we do know.
Because Fifi was the one that pointed it out. Fifi was like, hey, this kind of doesn't look like paint. Let's go investigate. And then she left to go investigate. Maybe it was an excuse to leave the room? I don't know.
The door was locked the whole time. It stayed locked until Fitz kicked it down.
Pachow.
Normally, it can only be opened from the inside. Pointer said he couldn't see Freya from his telescope, but he did see Flora lying by the window.
So whatever got Freya got Flora too?
Except Flora survived. She didn't get a stab wound like Freya did.
Hold on. If there was no knife, then what did stab Freya?
True.
It could be anything. It might not even be important.
How is it not important?
Right now,
What
I'm
if
less
it's
interested in the
one of
what
those paint
and
things?
More interested in the how.
The angle of Freya's wound suggests she was stabbed at a perfect right angle. That is, from directly in front of her. But she was standing right up by the canvas.
Somehow, Freya ended up lying on her back, still perfectly in line with a painting.
Something
Oh.
went through it.
Through the painting? Wouldn't that leave a hole?
Yeah.
Okay, well, how about this? How do we know Freya was stabbed before she fell over? Maybe her being stabbed and her falling over are completely unrelated.
Murder! Oh yeah, perf. Have you played... Oh, what is it? See you later, alligator? Interesting. Interesting.
I'm still not
Should we take another?
We almost have enough. The birds?
Let's come back.
Do you think the birds will sing a song?
They're bird cages. But the birds.
that a
Oh,
mouse?
it totally is.
We need more music. But where did we hear more music? That's the question. Oops! We should talk to Hawkshot. Oh! We haven't finished our investigations. Yeah, we haven't finished talking to them.
Quite the stoic statue, isn't she? I can only dream of being as cold and indifferent as Flora Fellow.
It's so fun.
Hiding something?
It's so fun
She
and
has some
so cute.
strange habits. I heard she barely sleeps. An hour here or there.
And it has a
sporadically.
twist.
Spends the rest of her time staring up at the sky. Did you get anything useful out of him?
Not sure. What about you?
Nothing worth committing to paper.
I think he knows more than he lets on.
Probably. But talking with him is so tedious.
Tedious.
Considerably intelligent. And her powers of observation are enviable. But she has no ambition. No focus.
In her defense, she's still a teenager.
Barely.
Whoa!
314 cases solved.
Jesus.
314. Freya Fellow is of great
Freya
interest to me.
Fellow.
I perceived her to be the most intelligent individual here at Tangle Tower.
Ooh!
Within a day, she had identified for whom I was working and for what I was searching. I didn't know how she did it. I was impressed. I
Ooh!
regret that I did not question her more thoroughly when I had the opportunity.
You couldn't have known she was about to be killed, though.
I have
Could
only
you?
myself to blame for failing to perceive the signs.
Yeah.
Signs.
I do not wish to do your job for you, Detective.
Wow, you should help.
I'll say this, he's well suited to physical labor.
That's a nice way to put it.
Fitz spends most of his time alone in the greenhouse, but I heard he's been breeding experimental flowers.
Did you hear
in
that?
secret.
Whoa, scandal.
I just
Scandal.
wonder if he's getting restless.
Oh my god, she's into him! She's into buff guys.
Professor Pointer is a respectable astronomer. Keeps himself to himself.
Sussy.
What?
We're just surprised.
That was the most polite you've been about anyone.
I find her rather embarrassing. Little more than a spoilt child.
Penny must be at least 25.
27. Just makes it worse. Poppy
27.
has remarkable musical talent. She could be famous, wealthy even, if she wanted to.
I should probably have to leave Tangle Tower first.
Quite.
Quite. Let's go.
Tangle Tower. No idea why they insist on calling it that. It's not even a tower. It's little more than a pair of turrets stuck on either side of a mansion.
She's
Have you
right.
Searched the whole place?
I believe so. Why?
Why?
He wants to know if you found any secret rooms.
I'm afraid the residents of Tangle Tower are far too ordinary for anything like that. I was disappointed,
Ordinary?
too. You truly consider this a case file?
What's wrong with it?
No organization, no system.
That's my style. I like seeing everything laid out at once. Yeah, it helps me think.
How quaint.
How quaint.
Where'd you dig that up?
It wasn't buried. It was underwater.
Yeah.
Someone trying to conceal evidence, perhaps? Have you deciphered the meaning of those 4 symbols on the harp?
We're working on it.
That's a no, then.
Wait! I just figured it out. It is the birds. It's It's... Are you playing her? Why are you playing Horse Girls? That's a good question. I'm playing it in my mind's eye. I just figured it out, guys! It's telling us. It's telling us what to look for. The humming, the piano, the birds, and the bell. The bell. And now the birds. But how do we get the birds?
Trees.
In a garden.
In a garden. Trees.
In a garden.
In a garden.
In a garden. Do you think if we just sit here long enough?
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Not all birds.
Be careful. We're.
Yeah, we're on a roof. More eggs.
I don't get
Well, I are the scalpers. An egg has got to be the easy.
It's
He's
an
playing.
ezo,
Well,
so-
they're not, and they're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
They're earmuffs. There is an aviary. Yeah, but when I was in the aviary, they didn't seem to react.
And a
And
special.
it's home to 3 especially fancy birds.
Birdies.
They're bird cages. But the birds.
Is that a metaphor?
Oh, it totally is.
Hmm. What if it's a particular bird sound? What if it's the pointed bird sound? But where would we hear that?
This is the.
2.
What the?
I don't know. It's a
Are
birdhouse.
those real birds? Nope. They're wooden.
They're using up all the perches. What if a real bird wanted to use it?
Secret! Do I have the... Is this like moon cycles? It's like 2 big eyes. Make 1 middle eye. Make 1 closed eye.
Nope.
There must be some logic to have something to do with those white lines.
It's what I was thinking. Maybe it's like this way. Oh, they're looking at each other now. DNA evidence? Maybe it's paint? What makes... Wait. That looks correct to me. How do we know if it's not like this, though? That makes green. Makes brown. Makes light green.
That's the one.
Oh, I forgot to press the button.
Hey, not bad.
My bad.
Did the door open? What's in there?
Huh? A ripped piece of paper crumpled into a ball. Red flower petals were found inside. A message is angrily scrawled onto the paper. Now I'll get her! The flower petals originate from red roses growing on the rooftop garden? Well, that's interesting.
You know,
Well, if that's true, that's a big window.
you know,
Well, if that's true,
Well, that wasn't what I thought I would find. But
it's a rose bush.
the roses are exactly.
I think maybe the Penelope, like the Penelope, Fitz drama is more like a skate, like not related. It's just something that's going on.
Trees.
In a garden.
In a garden.
Where will I get the sound of bird song? It's quiet all of a sudden. Maybe I can cheese it?
I'm still not sure.
Should we take another?
It won't let me cheese it? Oh. Yeah, it won't let me cheese it. Rats. The bird.
Let's come back later.
Okay, let's go back to Hawkshaw. We got distracted because I got an epiphany in the middle of that.
I want one.
Conveniently left anonymous. It's useless until you can prove to whom it concerns. Can you do that?
No.
No.
No! We got the crumpled paper now.
Makes quite an impression, doesn't it? Although I can't imagine why she painted Flora wielding a knife.
You didn't see a knife anywhere in Flora's room, did you?
It's not a knife.
I did not.
It's a
I
feather.
conclude whatever stabbed Freya
Just gave my
must have
cats
been brought
foods and
into
one
the
of them
room
was
from
stepping on my
outside.
foot.
Unless,
Oh!
of course. it was
How
the
many
paint
cats do you have, Catty?
Surely
Hi, Red
you
Nuts.
don't believe in that kind of thing.
A detective's job is to examine every avenue of thinking. The paint is still wet.
Yeah, well, we know Freya was in the middle of painting when she was killed.
Do you know that? How? Because you were told? Paints?
Yep.
I love his little
Paints.
blushy.
Mm-hmm.
A somewhat cumbersome device. And
Cumbersome.
an altogether inefficient way to listen to music.
What kind of music do you like, Hawkshaw?
I like anything.
What
Oh.
a cop-out.
I believe that was in Flora's room yesterday. But it was not cracked when I saw it last.
Why is everything cracked?
These figurines
They haven't
remind
figured
me of a
that out
case I
yet
once
either.
solved involving a possessed doll. Turned out to be a bit of a smokescreen, as these things often do.
As
Oh,
these
it sounds
things
fun.
often do.
Grimoire, why don't we ever have fun adventures like that?
Yeah.
Are we not having a fun adventure right at this very moment?
I'd tell him not to quit his day job, but he hasn't got one.
Ooh. Burn!
When did Freya draw the picture of you, Hawkshaw?
I didn't model for her, if that's what you're asking. She must have done it without my permission.
Could just be from memory. It's not quite as detailed as the others anyway.
She has
A
empty
photograph of
eyes.
Freya could be important.
Could be
I admit,
important.
It's powerful. Freya was a talented young woman.
Someone even liked it enough to take a photo of it.
Now, we don't know why they took the photograph, do we? Perhaps they just wanted it for reference. A book from the library.
Bird book.
Hundreds, no doubt. What makes this one special?
It's got a
It's
bird.
about birds.
Will I play
Yes.
Death Stranding 2?
I see that.
I haven't even played Death Stranding 1.
A diary. Have you read it?
Not yet. It's locked.
We were actually
And you
talking
haven't
about...
attempted to force it open?
That would be cheating.
We already read it, though. What was I about to say? yeah, the other day we were thinking about me playing Pathological 2. Pathologic 2? Pathologic 2.
Some breed of amphibious humanoid.
So much more interesting
Potentially
before it
bipedal.
came out.
Although none
It
of the
was
statues show the
spooky.
creature's feet.
I guess we'll never know.
I liked that
Not
everyone
sure.
kind of
It doesn't really look like anyone we've
reacted
met so
to it.
far.
Strange.
It kind of reacted as if it was one of those ARGPs, like a horror game on the internet. Yeah.
Is that a clue?
Dunno. It was important enough to be framed, though.
I framed my law degree. Doesn't make it a clue.
Same? Yeah?
One of 3 statues depicting the same creature. This
Kind of there,
one
but the gameplay doesn't
wearing
seem like it.
headphones.
Mm.
Perhaps they belong to someone who likes music.
They're not headphones. They're earmuffs. For blocking out sound.
Perhaps they belong to someone who doesn't like music.
I like her a lot.
Do you also have a pile of
UPS
leaves as a
delivery
clue?
man.
Oh, not yet. Did you see some suspicious leaves?
3 birds, 1 cage.
Three
What makes them worth keeping
birds on
cooped
a
up, I wonder? Would they not be
wire.
happier flying free?
But then they might fly away from Tangle Tower entirely.
I wonder if they would.
It's a metaphor of the 3 girls.
You consider that important evidence, do you?
Yes.
Where did you find this?
Do you have any theories about where this might have been?
Or who might have had it.
I have several theories, but they are my theories, and I'm not going to share them.
Wow.
What is that?
I'm not sure.
I want to date
It looks like it
Hawkshaw.
attaches to something else.
Why don't you go back and double-check the area you found it?
Oh?
Maybe you'll find the rest of the something else.
Oh.
I'm not so sure about that.
Oh.
This belongs to you, Hawkshaw?
Correct.
Oh.
And,
Correct.
what is it?
It's my handheld microscope for up-close investigation work.
What do you magnify with it?
Trace particles, dust, oils, clothing fibers.
Have you used it here at Tangle Tower?
I have. I used it to examine the greenhouse only 2 days ago.
What were you looking for?
That is between myself and
Bugs.
my client. You got it open. I'm impressed. I managed it myself yesterday.
Oh.
I thought Flora might be hiding something in there.
It was empty yesterday, too.
It was.
The murder weapon.
Perhaps it's always been empty. The people here are surprisingly materialistic, considering how
I think
sheltered
if
they
I
are.
was, I want to be like
Materialistic.
really
Growing
mysterious
this
when I
fruit
grow
simply
up, you
because
know,
it
like
produces a
make up a
gemstone-like
make-believe
material.
mystery about
For
myself.
what possible purpose, other than financial gain?
You're speculating.
What would you do, Grimoire, if you could grow valuable stone
You know how
straight from the
sometimes
earth?
people have games for their YouTuber, like for their debut they have a game that they make for themselves. I would love to have like a mystery game made from me. I wouldn't know what it would be about, but I think it would be really, really cool.
Does Flora still own that bird? Do you
It's
know?
dead.
Don't think so. The drawings are from a few years ago.
It's dead.
I see. These people really are ridiculous, aren't they?
All right, thanks, Hawkshaw. Death at the circus. Okay, I want to go question her about the paper. And then we'll go talk to Fitz, because I don't think we spoke to him yet.
That's rather strange now, isn't it?
It was in your
We
room.
found it in your room.
Just lying around, was it?
Nope. You'd hidden it, but we found it.
We do that.
Who's the her in the message? And what's the deal with the petals?
It's really none of your business.
We're in an investigation, Missy.
There's something about those petals we found in Penny something.
Let's ask her about it.
Let's go.
So, yeah, we found this.
Oh, that.
So
You wrote, "Now
yeah.
I'll get her," on a piece of paper and hid it in your room. That's not nothing.
Actually, it's not the message I wanted to ask about. It's those red flower petals.
The petals.
The petals. They're from red
They're
roses.
from red roses. And there's only one place in Tangle Tower with red roses.
We need a clue.
The balcony.
Something that shows the roses and who they belong to.
Wait, we have a picture of this? This?
It's a drawing of Fitz and Poppy in the rooftop garden. See what Fitz is holding?
Rose!
I can't imagine what you're getting at. But it doesn't matter. I couldn't have taken anything from the rooftop garden. It's only accessible from Fitz's room or Poppy's room. How could I have taken something from a garden to which I have no access?
Well, aren't you...
Is it really only accessible from those two bedrooms?
For most people, it would be. But don't forget, Penny's the resident ornithologist.
My dear,
Birds!
what are you accusing me of?
Bird spine! Wait, where did we find Pointer's telescope? Look at all these pictures. Pointer's telescope was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz. But it didn't work.
Pointer's telescope was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz, but it didn't work. Nope.
I think that's pretty fine.
One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and almost.
One thing?
Maybe just change.
And distract
One of
them?
Penny's birds was used almost.
Was used to bribe. I think it was used to spy on. Steal money from them. Distract them.
One of Penny's birds was used to spy
Steal
on Poppy and
evidence.
Fitz and steal evidence from them.
Oh, steal
We know
evidence
those
of
two
them
have been spending
flirting.
time together in the rooftop garden. I'm guessing you got paranoid.
Hmm.
Wanted to know what they were up to.
Were they shamoozing?
I'm just not the jealous type. I would never suspect Fitz of anything like that. Besides, Tabitha hardly ever leaves her cage. She's certainly never flown up to the rooftop garden.
Tabitha.
We need a clue to compare with Penny's birds. Something to prove one of them has been in the rooftop garden.
The feathers! The feathers!
Let's take a closer look at these.
This yellow feather was left behind by Penny's when it visited the rooftop
This yellow
garden.
feather was left behind by Penny's yellow bird when it visited the rooftop garden.
Oop! Oop!
I can't stand it! Knowing the two of them are hidden away up there in their private little garden. I couldn't risk spying on them myself, so I asked dear Tabitha to do it for me. I knew she'd be able to bring me back some evidence.
Sorry, Penny, but are you not overreacting a little?
You don't understand. Fitz is slipping away from me. He's so
Uh-oh.
quiet with me these days.
Uh-oh.
Being with Poppy seems to bring him out of his shell. I don't know what he sees in her miserable little... I apologize. This really isn't your burden to bear.
It's a red herring. Just got Taco Bell ad in a place where they don't sell No! That's so sad. Have you ever had Baja Blast then? Alright, that solves that then. Now let's go... I don't think we have interviewed him yet. He's our last interviewer. Hello, sir.
I like Flora. I hope she's all right.
Do you think she had anything to do with the murder?
There's no way. She wouldn't willingly cause any additional suffering for anyone. Felix is a contradiction. His loyalties are placed firmly within the realm
Poor
of
Kay,
materialism.
a comical
money,
snail upon the
property.
ground,
But his
like
ego
in
relies
Adventure
on an
Time.
entirely fraudulent self-image. don't you think?
Wow.
I was just about to say the same thing.
I love Grimoire's character.
Fifi doesn't like me.
What
Oh.
did you do?
I'm not sure.
Baja
If you
Blast is
find out,
tasty.
Maybe you can let me know.
Honestly, so I tried Baja Blast for the first time recently, but it's like almost exactly the same as this fruit punch, or this punch that my aunt used to make. Like, I call her an aunt, but she's like a family, like great aunt, I don't know, some far removed family member. Except hers is better. I've had the Baja Blast a few times now, and every time I drink it, the more it almost feels less as good as what my aunt would make. I think hers is more soury, almost, like more limey. Now I need to make it, or figure out how to make it, and then I'll share the recipe with you guys. It's just so good, and she does it so chunks of slush in it. Oh, it's so good, guys.
She questioned me.
About what?
My work, the plants, bit of everything.
The bugs.
Did she search the greenhouse?
No, she didn't.
You sure? Maybe she did it when you weren't in there.
No, she hasn't touched it.
How can you tell?
Trust me, I can tell.
Suspicious.
She was always kind to me. She'd come into the greenhouse when I was working.
Aw.
Sometimes by herself, sometimes with Poppy. I think they were just bored at first. Eventually, they started asking questions.
KFC.
About what?
Poppy wanted to
What's
learn
your
about
favorite part of a
flowers.
chicken?
Freya, she used to ask me about the insects.
Aha.
Insects.
One of my
The
jobs is to
bugs.
protect plants from
Bugs.
things that might eat them. Freya brought me this little glass box, leaves and twigs inside. She'd say, put all the troublemakers in there. Every day I'd put a handful of beetles and other things in the box. Then she'd come along and take it away. I didn't really understand her, but she was always kind.
Aw. The skin.
Have you met this guy, Fitz? Shifty eyes.
You know what? Same.
Doesn't say a lot. Totally suspicious, if you ask me.
That's me.
Yeah, that's... It was a joke. I was joking.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
I imagine you don't visit the astronomy tower too often, do you?
No, but I still see Pointer, sometimes. He's always curious about what I'm growing in the greenhouse. Asks
I like
me about
his
the
voice,
birds, too,
how he
and
speaks.
insects. He's pretty clued up on his evolutionary biology.
I didn't think there was much overlap between astronomy and biology.
Nice mustache. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Penelope is my fiancée.
Don't take this the wrong way, but Penny doesn't really strike me as your type.
She's not who she pretends to be.
Aw.
People think she's... well, they make assumptions.
And how's the relationship doing recently?
I'm cute. You're cute.
It's good.
That's suspicious, Fitz.
Poppy and I are friends.
Oh, I can buy that. Dark clothes, blue hair.
I can buy
average
that.
of 3 words per sentence. Oh, you're like 2 peas in a pod.
She's very kind, and she has an interest in plants. Unusual flowers, mostly. I've been teaching her.
Right.
I've
Is
been
something wrong?
teaching it.
Nice painting. Gives you a pretty good idea of the layout.
The lake looks like it forms a perfect circle around the island.
It might seem strange to you, but nature is quite capable of producing perfectly geometric forms.
And those mountain cliff things around the outside?
We don't know much about
Scalpel.
them. They're unscalable. Not even Freya could have gone up there.
What's that?
This painting, it's speculative. There
Oh.
are no photographs from this angle as far as I know.
Oh.
So Freya just made it up.
Let's call it an informed estimation.
Oh.
Who gave you that information?
Well...
We don't actually know who it was. We were contacted anonymously.
I see. And what happens if the person who contacted you turns out to be the murderer?
I never thought about that.
Honestly, that would be kind of fun. Like a twist, you know?
They foreshadowed it. Freya must have sent us on this mission.
That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
What if it's a whole shindig plot with Fifi and Freya, where Fifi used the blood to, distract people, and that's why she had to go and test the blood, because she was the biologist.
It's of no interest to me, but I overheard Poppy and Freya talking about it once.
What were they saying?
They were arguing about something, but I can't remember the details. How odd.
How odd.
What do you think that is in Flora's hand?
I don't know. It does look like a knife, but Flora wasn't holding anything at all when I saw her after the murder. But there's something bothering me.
Oh?
Something else.
Oh?
What?
When we went into Flora's room, she wasn't standing in this position.
Well, she probably would have moved around a little bit by then.
She wasn't standing at all. She was kneeling on the floor.
Oh.
There's something off about this.
What is it?
Why don't you take another look at Flora's room?
You think we missed a clue up there?
Not exactly.
Oh?
Paints are
Yes, you
different
should
to
try Uma
flowers.
Musume.
I'd say so, yeah.
100%.
Flowers
It's a
can bloom
very,
with perfect, faultless
aside
colors.
from like
Red,
how
blue,
big it is
white.
right now, it's a
With
very
paint,
unique
Once you've
gameplay.
tainted a color by mixing it with others, not
Somebody
even the
said
most
that
skilled
it's
painter can
like
return it to its
Darkest
pure form.
Dungeon. It's something that you wouldn't expect from a mobile game, at the very least.
That belongs to Poppy.
So, why is it up in Flora's tower?
I'm not sure. That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
Poppy. Bro knows so much about Poppy.
That's quite sweet, really. Felix made that? Huh.
Huh.
Fitz, one of these drawings is of you in the rooftop garden, I think, with Poppy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Are we done?
Are we,
It's Fifi and Freya.
Don't you think Poppy should be in the photo too?
Maybe, maybe not. She doesn't really like crowds.
2 people isn't a crowd.
Right, but if she was in the photo, then it'd be 3.
Checkmate.
Oh.
Freya's best work, in my opinion.
Oh.
Although the photo
You're starting
doesn't
to
carry
like
the
this
same
game?
energy as the real
It's
thing.
got its appeal.
What do you think it's a painting of?
What do you mean?
Like, what's the subject matter? What's
Rock.
that big red thing?
Rock.
Oh, I don't think it's that kind of painting.
You've only seen the story of Uma Musume? You get to pick a horse girl and you kind of are put in a, I'd say maybe 60 minutes game loop. You pick a girl and then you have to train her and put her in races and reach goals that that personal horse girl has. And then towards the end, if you finish all her goals, there's this big goal that you can do, and you can win that. Mm-hmm.
Penelope knows about birds. You
Penelope.
should ask her instead.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about something. There's a plant mentioned on this page, see?
Oh.
Do you have any? In the greenhouse?
Oh!
I don't grow that anymore. I've tried
Anymore.
in the past. It's incredibly difficult, even for me. I could never get it to live more than a couple of weeks.
Aw.
Looks like someone doesn't want you to read that book.
That's the main thing making me want to read it.
What's with the broken glass?
We don't know.
Any idea who this is?
No idea.
Aw, he's loyal to her.
Poppy's piano music. I remember when she started learning. She's improved a lot since then.
Yeah,
Dang.
that's generally how it works.
Right. Of course. Wait, those are mine. The earmuffs. They went missing about a week ago.
Oh!
What do you need earmuffs for?
I use them for gardening sometimes.
Why? You don't own a chainsaw, do you?
No. I wear them while I'm gardening, and it stops people from trying to talk to me.
That's genius.
So real.
We found these up in the rooftop garden. Do you know how long they've been there?
No, it could have been a long time. We don't ever really clear up the rooftop garden.
Why not?
Yeah.
Nature is unruly. In truth, it prefers to be left alone.
So wise. I like this guy.
Penelope's 3 favorite birds. She's very protective over them.
Are they like her pets? Do they have names?
Oh, they have names. Penelope loves to name things.
Do you remember what she named them?
I do not.
Ah! Sir! You're her fiancé!
A flower.
Yeah, it's a flower. We found it in Penny's room.
Okay.
Mean anything to you?
Why would it?
Okay.
Come on.
I don't really go into Penny's room or anywhere in Pointer Tower. I just don't have a reason to.
What do you mean? You don't have a reason to? You're getting married! What do you mean? Would you not go to her room to smooch?
I've seen beetles
Wow.
with brightly colored shells, metallic shells even. They're relatively common, especially around here. There's a difference between that and actual gold.
It can't be actual gold. Gold is just inside the earth or whatever. You can't make it.
True,
It's called
Sally.
alchemy. It was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing.
I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
Me 3.
Me 3.
Sorry. I thought you said me too.
You ever seen this before, Fitz?
No, but I don't normally go into Fifi's room.
That's not where we found it.
Oh.
Oh, I just thought it looks like it belongs to her. It's an egg with feet.
It was locked, but we opened it.
He's right.
But it was empty.
It is an egg with feet.
Fun story. This is a good example of how things work. I mix that soil here in the greenhouse. It's made with water from the lake.
And it makes the fruit grow all shiny and gem-stony.
Sometimes. You never really know what's going to happen.
And what do you
Taste,
do
test
with
it,
the shiny
taste,
and edible
test it.
fruit?
You look at it.
Like a flower.
Did Freya draw these?
Yeah. There's a note on the back, too.
She was even closer to Flora than I realized. Those petals,
What?
they're red.
They are.
There's something about Hawkshaw's handheld microscope. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
Oh, do they think that she stole it? From Fifi's room?
This little microscope thing, you said you used it to search the greenhouse.
Oh,
And this
yeah.
would make perfect sense. If you knew what my client had asked me to find.
A beetle.
Of course, I still have no intention of disclosing that information.
We already know,
You're
lady.
such a tease, Hawkshaw. Don't worry. We already worked out what you're searching for.
Golden beetle.
You're not as hopeless as you look.
Thanks.
So, that's what you were
Thanks.
looking for in the greenhouse? This beetle?
Surely even you
Beetle.
can understand the logic of it. The greenhouse is home to a great many insects. The gardener could have easily kept the beetle hidden in there.
Well, Fitz said you questioned him, but didn't actually search the greenhouse.
He's not exactly the type to appreciate subtlety. He simply
Suspicious.
didn't notice that I was using my microscope.
What do you reckon, Grimoire?
I know
What
for
do
a
you
fact
reckon,
he used the microscope
Grimoire?
at the greenhouse.
Hawkshaw doesn't know how to use it.
Hawkshaw doesn't know how to use it.
You sure about that?
Not entirely. I know for a fact she didn't use the microscope in the greenhouse.
Why? It's broken? It's not a microscope at all.
It's not a microscope at all.
All of a sudden, Detective Grimoire is some kind of expert on microscopes.
Fifi is. Oh yeah, didn't... Oh my gosh, Fifi told us, but I can't remember. So Hawkshaw stole it. Makes it the murder weapon. Microscopic. Wait. I don't remember remember what Fifi told me. According to Fifi, uses a microscopic lens.
The handheld microscope. Nope.
Is there a reason to believe it's not actually a microscope? Fake glass lens.
The handheld microscope. Almost. Maybe just
It's created by Fifi. Made entirely out of?
the handheld microscope. That's not right.
Okay, not that one. So...
The handheld That's not right either. The handheld microscope. That's not right either. The handheld microscope. Almost. Maybe just...
Okay. So Hawkshaw lied about it. It was made out of... Fifi's eye gear?
The handheld Almost.
Magnifying
The
glass?
handheld... Almost.
Telescopic lens.
The handheld microscope, according to Fifi, uses a telescopic lens, so Hawkshaw lied about it. I'm inclined to believe Fifi when it comes to stuff like this.
Hawkshaw, why did you lie about owning a telescope?
When you were a child, what did you aspire to become?
A detective? Actually.
Emperor of the Galaxy?
I
Naturally.
wanted to be an astronomer.
Oh!
Really?
I harbored a desire to understand the secrets of the wider universe. A fool's errand, to be sure, but a seductive one. At 15, I decided instead to apply my
Seductive
intelligence
one.
to the world around me.
Oh.
And so, I became a detective. But the yearning for elusive knowledge is a powerful force. I tried to keep it with me.
Whoa.
Sorry, but we're way off track. What's the deal with the little telescope?
A memento from my childhood.
Aw.
Little more than a toy.
Why did you bring it with you?
When I discovered
It's a
that it
keepsake.
was Professor Pointer who had hired me, I dared to consider it something of a planetary alignment. I
Aw.
had hoped he might sign my telescope. An
Aww.
extremely childish indulgence, I admit.
I never would have guessed.
Hold on.
That's so
You're
cute.
admitting you didn't use it in the greenhouse then.
Correct. As it happens,
You
I had no
wanted him
need
to
to search the
sign.
greenhouse to such a degree. Professor Pointer doesn't consider the gardener a suspect in our theft investigation.
So, who is your suspect?
Freya.
Things have become complicated. My lead suspect is your murder victim.
That's what we thought. Alright. So now we need the birds. I need the bird song still, but I still don't know how to get the bird song.
Check out that butter.
Looks evil.
Wow, judgmental.
Judgmental.
Does this count as
Yeah,
speed?
no, doesn't matter. They're bird cages. But the birds.
that a mouse?
Oh, it totally is.
Let's show Poppy, the note.
Those petals.
What about them?
It's nothing. They're just unusual.
They're just saucy. They're just a little suspicious. Alright. Let's examine our... Oops. The lake's edge. Okay, I definitely would not have gotten that.
That's a big lake.
It's kind of purple.
I think it's just water.
Yeah, water with poison in it.
Ha! The birds! Alright, we're in.
That's all.
So,
Should we go?
We're in! I never would
Let's
have
try
gotten
this
that.
again.
You know, I think we might be able to solve this now.
Me too! Bam!
That's gotta be right.
Nothing. Maybe it's broken.
Wait, do you hear that?
Secret
gonna go in?
tunnel!
Yeah, but there's a couple of things I want to do first.
What? Collect all clues. Complete suspicion for all suspects.
It's
Dang.
quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You're
It's
supposed
not. It's an appropriate amount of quiet.
What? Alright. Alright. We need one more. Who have we not questioned yet? Fifi? No, we've suspicioned her. We've not suspicioned Fitz. It's this thing.
A little chart of... Actually, I have no idea what it's about. Kinda reminds me of a periodic table.
This thing, we've never solved it.
What do you make of it?
Not a whole lot.
But I still don't know what it would be for.
Bit of a decadent flooring choice for...
We're missing one clue.
It's a.
There are weeds in there.
It's an aquarium.
Could be. Anymore.
Anymore.
Finally,
It's not
don't
that.
ruin this.
Okay, he did say look.
Yeah, there might be a reason for that.
Supposedly, Freya's.
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
I can't tell if what Fitz told us was a delayed thing
Freya's painting supplies.
or like take a closer look at this.
Freya's painting supplies.
Them apples. Hi, Laggy. I'm trying to find the last clue that I'm missing.
A little pot plant.
It's the only plant in the entire room.
I feel like it's related to that though.
A bunch of old books covered in dust now, but they look... A bunch of old books covered in dust now, but they look...
Go back into her room, maybe?
Do you think this was?
I don't
No
know.
windows either. It's a little.
I think it's
Come
a...
again.
See, the leaves might have been for keeping insects.
Bugs.
That painting.
Why?
Maybe Freya enjoyed it.
atmosphere-
Hang on, there is a smaller version
It's
down.
a photograph.
We also still don't know what these lines have been drawn with black ink around the edges. Let's see the things that we maybe... Aha! Fifi. Fifi's missing something there. Oh, maybe not. Well, she could have been. We haven't found the suspicion. I think it's related to the plant that we found. I guess let's go talk to Fifi maybe real quick. I mean, I guess there's a lot of sciencey things here.
That's musty.
What exactly?
Must, you asked.
Nice.
I'm not sure. Soil samples?
A chalkboard.
Is this a library or a class?
Wait, did I already solve this? I can't remember anymore.
Any idea what this
Not
means?
a clue.
I'm not sure I learned anything.
Hello.
Freya drew these.
Yeah, I think so.
I missed her
There's a
voice.
note on the back.
But she never showed them to me.
Uh-oh.
Well, I think it was a gift for your mother, like a private thing between Freya and Flora.
Mm.
Who is this her to whom the message refers?
Poppy.
Well, I don't know exactly.
Then how can I meaningfully evaluate this object?
Real.
Next.
Next! What are we missing? What have we not solved yet? I think some of the math is just
Boxes of stuff.
like math.
Scientific formula, probably. I'll openly admit I have. It's a bed.
Barely.
Look, it's another teddy bear.
Don't think you can get out being questioned.
I'm innocent.
Save it for the judge.
Shave it for the judge.
Fifi's
What
got.
is on?
Did you notice who?
Freya?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you have your suspicions? I don't know, honestly.
We already solved it.
Oh. Who the heck is Sally?
Ah, a little water. Wonder how it's hooked up. A little pond.
Look, see those metal
Oh,
balls?
yeah.
Nothing. Looks like somebody broke them and then...
We're missing one. Okay, let's consult the clue. We should search Fitz's room. Fitz has a room? Oh yeah. Oops. Fitz has a room? Oh!
Hello.
Not him.
Doesn't need to be.
Why am I
It's a combination lock.
so oblivious? How can I call myself an investigator if something so obvious slipped out of my eyesight? Huh? How can I claim to be the world's best detective under these circumstances? I can't. I have to prove myself.
Sort of.
Truly torturous. Okay. Rearrange the pieces of paper to find the combination. What am I looking at? I see a teardrop. Do I have to like put it in different positions too? You are the teardrops on my guitar. Then we already got the water drop. Ha. Arrow down. Now we're missing one more. See that one. I see that one. Wait, was the arrow a down arrow or a spiky arrow? Wait, where's... Okay, wait, let's redo this then. And then we have... This one's for sure that one. We have this trapezoid thing. There, that one. And then we had that down arrow. Wait, where'd the down arrow go? There it is. Sharp down arrow. And then that one's the last one, which was the water droplet.
I did it. What do I win?
What
Not
do we
bad.
win?
Anything in there?
Yeah, it's wrapped in a cloth. Hold on. Huh. That's kind of ominous.
PP and Fifi. Suspicious. Huh? Pretty suspicious. Shovel. Is it for Penelope Pointer or Penny Pointer? I mean Poppy Pointer. Oh my god. Look what we found, dude.
This is yours, Fitz?
Yeah,
Do you use it?
I keep all my tools in the greenhouse.
That wasn't what she asked.
So it's not a tool.
There's something about the report of something.
Let's ask him about it.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go!
Bigger in here. So, Fitz, I have a report that you were seen sneaking up Pointer Tower. Holding a knife.
That's not right.
A
I don't go
spade!
into Pointer Tower. I don't own a knife. And I don't sneak. Was it Fifi who told you this?
How did you know that?
A guess. She doesn't like me very much. But yeah, she was mistaken. Maybe she wasn't wearing her eye lens thing.
What do you think, Grimoire?
Did he kill her with a spade? Fifi did see Fitz, but he was holding something else.
Fifi did see Fitz, but he was holding something else.
So, if it wasn't a knife, what was it?
It was his proposal shovel.
What about this?
Ah, that.
Is it yours?
It was a gift. It's sentimental. I have no reason to take it up Pointer Tower. I don't use it at all.
It says his proposal knife. Because the only thing that was used to bury is used by Fitz to look after, is used by Fitz to cut. Oh, I guess it matches this. Part of a matching set with in Poppy's room?
An ornate trowel is part of a matching set with a potted flower in Poppy's room. Nope.
Aw, that would have been cute though. This?
An ornate trowel. Almost. Maybe just...
Oh, in
An
Penny's
ornate
room.
trowel
My bad.
is used by Fitz to look after a potted flower in Penny's room.
Aw, that's cute.
That flower.
Yes.
I've never seen it before.
Huh?
We need a clue to compare to that flower. Something that proves its connection to Fitz.
The heart? Wait. Directly with the potted flower from Penny's room?
need a clue that's got some connection to this one. That's not right.
Connection with this one? Is it this book?
That's not right.
This?
That's not right.
Well, somewhere on this thing. This one.
Let's take a closer look at these.
I was always confused about what the... Oh! The soil? Freya's in Penny's room. Matches.
The pot and soil in Penny's room matches the pot and soil found in Fitz's greenhouse.
Clearly he gifted it.
Let me guess. Penny's flower was originally a gift from you, Fitz. There's no way it's a coincidence.
Yeah.
No way what's a coincidence.
The flower. It looks exactly like Penny.
It took me a long time to breed. I wanted the colors to be exactly.
Oh my god!
That's some gift.
Oh my god, I didn't even
Turns out Penny
realize!
isn't particularly interested in looking after plants.
Aww.
So I go into her room every now and again. When she's not there, water the
Aw.
flower, change the soil, just trying to keep it alive.
Oh my god! It's a it's a metaphor of their love. He keeps going in, trying to tend to it. Meanwhile, she's too busy getting jealous of Poppy and Fitz to even think about caring for the flower that he so tenderly cares for. So sad.
For now, it's about time we found out what's beneath the garden.
Let's go! Secret tunnel.
Where do you think it goes?
Down.
Down, down, down. Yeah, baby! Woo! Underneath. Yo! Oh my god, Freya's a scientist. Look at all these bugs.
Bugs. Big ones.
Looks like they're made of metal.
Big bugs.
Hand-drawn entomology charts. It looks like they're being boiled, but the liquid is ice cold.
Thirsty?
I am actually.
It's so dark. I can barely.
I have
tell
to
what I'm
make
looking at.
lemonade for myself, but it's gonna take me a little
Cracked
bit.
glass tank with 9 little rooms. Each one has 1 or 2 insects inside.
Ooh!
I can't tell if they're still alive.
I like that you called them rooms.
That's cute.
What's in there?
Bugs. Lemonade! Something just so... It's just so... like, thirst quenching. Lemonade is the ultimate thirst quencher. Maybe almost close to... like, iced tea almost measures up, but... poof. That's a thirst quencher. Bugs.
9 beetles. All different, all dead.
Poor little guys.
There's a bunch of notes written all around them.
Usually when people do pin bugs like this, they pick them up after they've died. So it's more like after their natural lifespan.
It's mostly numbers. No idea what they mean. 9 beetles.
Poor little
There's a
guy.
bunch mostly numbers.
Numbers.
9 beetles.
Poor little
There's a bunch mostly numbers.
Numbers, hey?
It's a little
That's
dark.
weird.
What?
It looks really normal compared to the beetles behind the glass.
Funky wonky beetles. Bugs.
Is it locked?
Seems likely, doesn't it? Weird looking safe.
I'm pretty sure the latches can slide into the middle.
Diagonal. Wait, this is just like the... it's not just like what I thought it was. But it's close, kind of. Alright. How do we... How do we connect you? I don't like this noise this game makes. It's not satisfying for my ears.
Reset the puzzle? I'll do this later.
I want to consult my paper. Okay, it's not what I thought it was gonna be. Let's look around a little more.
There's a layer of condensation on the inside. It's a hatch.
But we're already in the basement.
Depends on your perspective.
Let's not go down just yet. We still haven't explored this room properly. Rows
It's a lot of
plants,
luck.
growing in wide wooden boxes.
What color is the soil?
It looks black, but it's too dark to tell. I can barely tell what I'm looking at.
What a mess.
Any idea what this is all about?
Paper! Yeah, baby. This is the stuff on Fifi's... And... Guys! It's the stuff in Fifi's room! And the stuff in Fitz's yard!
This looks like it was drawn in a hurry.
Didn't we see those same symbols in the greenhouse?
Yes.
Reminds me of the chart from the library.
The one from the chalkboard?
Yeah. Is that a periodic table?
No, but it does kind of look like one.
What are those symbols?
They're alchemic symbols. Mostly based on the planets, the sun, the moon, stuff like that.
Alchemy! Who said that? Oh, it was Sally.
Huh.
Never mind. Oh, Sally! I get it now, Laggy. Interesting. Okay. I'm wondering.
What a
Hold on.
mess.
Wait.
No
Let's
idea
go
what this
back
is.
a little closer. Get out of my way, you stankers. If we can match up the numbers, like 201, it's this 4 symbol.
Is that a period?
No, but it does. They're all mostly based.
Huh.
193. Interesting. Something's happening there. Okay, let's continue
Seems
this.
likely, doesn't it?
Alright, diagonally slide the lashes until they're in the correct position. It's a big ask. Humongous ask. This one seems the best. Like, this one overlaps perfectly, and that one overlaps perfectly. I'm guessing the other ones maybe don't overlap as perfectly in that case. That one doesn't make sense. Unless it's like this? But no, that doesn't work either. It has to be this one. guess we could do that. Do they have to be at the end, or can it overlap like that, do you think? What type of game is this? It's a mystery game. I need a clue.
I think we're trying to make a path between the key and lock symbols on either side.
Yeah, I got that. Ooh, okay. Maybe we just needed to do it like this. Have them like super overlapped. Oh. Oh? Maybe? Ugh. I'm cooking. It's a little slow roasting, but I'm cooking. Oh? Yes. Maybe? I'm cooking. Oh, did I mess this part up? Okay, wait. This has to be here. I guess it could be like there, right? It goes do 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 do. Guys, this is hard. Here!
I guess
The
that's...
easiest part should be connecting the path to the two symbols at either end, since they don't move.
Yeah. Sure. Had another call go out? No! Oh, that's so sad, but you're doing a lot of good work, Chrissy.
That's the one.
Hey, not bad. Anything inside?
Yeah, more research.
More goods. A folder containing research notes and diagrams. Number 1. Our unique flora and fauna is the byproduct of a number of as yet unidentified chemicals. These chemicals are continually present in the water, forming clouds and filling the quote-unquote lake. This causes a variety of mutations in plants and animals. Smaller creatures such as arachnids, insects, molluscs, amphibians, and crustaceans are the most affected. However, the chemicals may travel up the food chain and cause mutations in birds and reptiles. As far as we know, mammals remain completely unaffected.
Whose research is this?
Freya's.
This is some seriously in-depth research.
That's impressive.
It's a complete section missing. The beetle? Oh my god.
So, this is Pointer's secret lab.
Definitely seems like he's the one using it.
Really?
I guess not a lot of people know about the secret entrance.
Or maybe Freya
Right.
stole it.
But if Pointer's the only one who comes down here, why would he need to lock his research in a safe? Who is he hiding it from?
He's just paranoid, especially about his golden beetle.
What do you think he's trying to do exactly?
I guess he could be. That's why he told us not to mess with the harp thing. So much research. Let's see. Oh, trying to breed the golden beetle? The underground
Pointer has
laboratory.
been trying to breed the golden beetle. in the
That's why there's
underground
DNA
laboratory.
things.
Why? Because it's rare?
Because it's
Money.
gold?
Is that it?
I think so. I don't think he cares about entomology any more than he cares about astronomy. He just wants to get one over on Felix. If he can
Money.
breed his own gold, suddenly Poppy's inheritance is looking pretty,
Infinite.
Hmm.
Might explain why he was so worried about losing the beetle. Maybe somebody did steal it.
might have been
Thievery.
Freya after all. We know she was trying to get through the secret door in the garden.
She might not have known what was down here, though. Maybe she was just curious.
Curious, sure.
Curious about
but not
curious.
naive. I reckon she knew what was going on.
Me too.
I think we're still missing the bigger picture. There's no way this is all just about a beetle. We're done.
We're done.
Ready to go down? Again?
Let's go. Deeper. Lowest level. Ooh, dungeon.
We're too late. This photograph has been stabbed.
Oh, snap.
Why?
Not sure. Some kind of metal stabbing thingy.
The murder weapon. A sleek but sturdy metal rod. It has been stabbed into a photograph. The rod has a curved and pointed tip like an arrow or the hand of a clock. The springy thing! Oh my god. Oh my god, Freya was stabbed at a distance with the little rotating cup thing, and then they pulled it back so that it wouldn't be there. That's so clever. There's a small loop at the back, the short length of red rope connected to it. The metal is perfectly clean and polished.
So what's the photo?
Father! Oh my god, it's her as a baby. She's so cute. It's been framed, but is slightly damp. The photograph shows a young girl. A large man is sitting next to her. Around them are several red and white birds. Her favorite birdie! The metal object was stabbed in the photo, leaving a hole near the man's chest.
Do you know who it is in the photo?
Yeah.
This man in the photo, he reminds me of something from one of our clues.
This guy?
That's not right.
Oh. The man in the photo? This one.
Felix made a little model of him for Flora.
Yeah, it makes sense when you know who he is.
Lord Remington.
Lord Remington.
Remington. That makes him Flora's father, meaning the girl in the photo is...
Yeah, it's her. See the bird, too.
I never would have guessed. Times sure do change.
I don't know. I don't think she looks so different.
Yeah. She looks pretty uniquely herself. Okay, let's keep looking.
A single book on a little makeshift table.
This is creeping me out slightly.
Why?
I think it's a children's book.
Yeah, baby. Children's book. Mistids of the Sea and Sky, a children's picture book. It looks very old. The ink dip, an elegant bird with red and white plumage. The silver snake, an aquatic reptile with no eyes and a long tongue. The soul bearer, a crab with 3 different sized claws. The amphobe, a frog-like creature walking on 2 legs.
It's an old coat rack. Looks thoroughly neglected.
2 cloaks. And a green hat draped on top for good measure.
Suspicious.
Do these puddles worry you?
Why?
That's lake water, but it's indoors.
Ah, I see your point.
Basements don't normally have windows.
It's a very pretty window.
We're at the bottom of the lake. We must be.
Right, but if that's the lake bed, why does it look like that?
Like what?
White, smooth, no plants, no anything. That's not what a lake looks like.
Huh?
Where are we?
Huh?
Do these puddles?
Why?
That's lake, but it's
water.
indoors.
I see your point. There's a roll of paper up there.
I'll see if I can reach it.
Let me guess. What?
A ship! Aviary, music room, grand hall, library.
The library.
That's the room we're in now. It must be. It's not labeled as anything on these plans, though.
I think it already existed when this was made.
It almost looks like... I don't know.
It's the room above us.
The laboratory?
Yeah. The grand hall.
What's that thing in the middle?
Aha!
I think it's that big glass tube.
Study. Wait.
I know what you're thinking.
We're solving the crime, Chrissy. It's like we found the secret, laboratory.
And no, we never went in there.
How did we miss it?
Cause it's between the rooftop garden.
The
It's the
rooftop
pipe
garden.
area. I knew it.
That name makes a little more sense in this context. Storage.
It's Freya's room.
Aww.
The library.
It's the aviary. And that's the lake, right? I think that horizontal line might be the water level.
It used to be a lot lower down than it is now.
So, the whole house is built on top of some kind of platform.
Apparently.
Ah. So we're like kind of like in where the main entrance was? Sort of? I don't know, that's weird.
This seems pretty significant.
Agreed.
Ooh. Mist Mansion, north side cross section. Roll of parchment with the plans for a grand mansion have been drawn. A horizontal line marks where the lake was below, and a second mark is where it is now. That means it's like, were they preparing for it to reach that level? It was a girl. The mansion has been built on top of a large structure above the lake supported by pillars. This room is storage. The room labeled study is in the center. Okay, let's talk to you. The lake.
Did you notice how much light this room has?
Yeah.
For a room with one candle?
It's all coming through the window.
I'm pretty sure lakes are supposed to be darker at the bottom, not lighter.
Why is there a room down here anyway? And why is it so much older than the rest of Tangle Tower?
We still don't really know why people came to live here in the first place.
Maybe they just wanted to get rich, like Pointer with his beetles.
I feel like the Remingtons came here for the lake, for what was in it.
The water.
It's empty though. More empty than a normal lake would be.
It
The
is
chemicals!
now, yeah. Maybe we're too late. Let's head back up to the Grand Hall. I want to find that last room.
Hold on.
Old
How exciting.
No, but they're also dead empty. Old cardboard boxes.
How exciting.
Making the frogs gay.
No, but they're also dead empty.
Yeah!
A bunch of picture frames. But it's too
It's
dark.
not too dark. The frames are all empty. Gives off kind of a...
What do people actually use chains for?
Nothing good.
Nothing good. She's right. Okay, I think we are good. Who has... Oh, it's night all of a sudden. Or maybe it's because we're under the lake.
Let's not wander off right now.
How do I leave?
Let's not wander off right now. Let's not wander off right now.
What do you mean? There we go. Grand Hall. It's night.
Wow, it's dark all of a sudden.
How long were we down there?
Became nighttime.
This must be it. This thing goes all the way up.
The tube!
How are we supposed to get up there?
Hang on. It's pitch black, but I think there's a switch.
Pull it! Ladders.
A ladder.
Want to go up?
Yeah, yeah, yeah! To the study! To the tube room! Tangle Tower, the hidden heart. Ooh, I like that. Tubes. Ooh,
Is
crab.
that a crab?
It's got a translucent exoskeleton. You can actually see its insides.
It's the crab in the book.
Also, crabs normally have 2 claws, right? Not 3? Gah. You sure we should be touching it?
Grimoire, don't you think it looks familiar?
It's sure.
I guess
I don't think we
What
need.
do you mean?
We have all the information we need in our case file.
Yeah, but
This
I can't.
crab really.
That little-
Yeah, but I think I've seen it more recently.
I know, but I can't access my dang keys file that fast. Silly goose. All right, up, up, and closed.
Is that a crab?
It's got a-
Also, crabs...
Up, up.
I guess that's
I don't
wrong.
think we need
What
to.
do you mean?
We have all the information we need in our case.
Oh, my bad.
Nothing.
I'm sure I've seen this thing.
Nope.
Wasn't
The
this
children's?
this crab?
That-
Yeah,
I
but I think I've seen it more.
Can't remember what it looked like. Okay. Cha 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 cha.
Is that a...
It's got
also...
Oops.
crabs? Is that a...
It's got
also...
All right. Cha cha cha.
I guess
I
that's...
don't think
what
we
do you
we have
mean?
all the information we need in our case.
Nothing.
I'm sure I've seen this thing.
Nope.
Wasn't
The
this?
children's book. Nope.
Wasn't
The
this?
children's book.
The children's book.
Nope.
Wasn't this?
The children's book. Nope.
Wasn't
The
this?
children's book.
The children's book. Aha!
Nope.
Wasn't
The
this?
children's book. Nope.
Wasn't
the
this-
children's book.
The children's book.
Nope.
Wasn't
the
this-
children's book. Nope.
Wasn't
the
this-
children's
Oh my god.
This crab really?
That-
Yeah,
I
I think I've seen it more.
Can we move the bottom legs? Okay, it's straight corner open. Straight corner. Can I double open those feet then, maybe?
Is that a crab?
It's got a-
also...
Straight open. No.
I guess
I don't
that's...
think
what
we
do you mean?
we have all the information we need in our case.
We have all the information we need in our
Nothing.
case
I'm
file.
sure I've seen this thing.
Perfect.
Oh, finally!
What's this?
Something somebody didn't want us to find.
The murder weapon! Oh my god, we have it all now.
What is it?
It's the murder weapon.
Some kind of fish.
That's a bird skull. We're talking about a 15-foot bird here.
Well, how about we stop talking about it?
Those aren't bird cages.
Some of them are disconcertingly large.
At least they're all empty.
You sure that's a good thing?
Eyeball!
Dragon?
Snake?
Worm?
That's the one.
Worm!
Centipede? Millipede, how many legs has it got?
Too many.
Too many, guys.
It's a wooden pinboard, hung up on one of the chains.
Looks like there's a couple of things missing from it.
It's the thing. Wait! The rock! It's the rock! And why was she here? Why is Hawkshaw here? Oh my god, is Hawkshaw an assassin?
An axe and some kind of hunting rifle.
Honestly, doesn't look like they've been moved in a few years.
I'm more worried about the third one.
The third one?
The one that isn't there.
Dun dun.
An incinerator built into the wall. It's
Suspicious.
still pretty hot.
Is there anything left inside?
It's mostly ashes, but yeah, there's something.
Among the ashes are several black buttons. Red colored scraps of fabric are still visible. Aww. That's sad.
Coffee table, half-empty wine bottle, lamp left on. I'm gonna say someone's been using this room.
This is their secret
Someone
lab.
complacent enough to leave their notebook lying around.
Several pages have been ripped out, but a few remain. 5th ambassador located, finally. Can't say I harbored any optimism, but still somehow disappointed, no better than the rest of them. Took my misted friend into the music room for experiments. It works, perhaps too well. The laboratory was another disappointment. All that effort, for what? He's even more short-sighted than I could have guessed. Went to the bottom, nice view. It's been mostly cleaned out, but I have what I need. She got in, she was careful. Nothing was moved, but I know, it's time. Hawkshaw definitely was here to investigate some stuff, but not just the beetle. Some other things, and this is her notebook. And she was in here.
Someone's been using this room.
Would she kill Freya?
They called this room a study?
What would you call it?
The Secret of Doom.
Real. Okay, let's do the weapon first.
Was someone trying to hide it? From us?
I don't know, but it looks incomplete to me. I want to know what happened to the rest of it.
We have
What are
it.
the other parts?
We have the parts. We found them already.
found them already.
Yeah, baby. The metal rod. The really thingy.
I think that might attach, but not this part of the crossbow.
Oh, my bad. She claimed it was hers! Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Hawkshaw did kill her. Oh my god. Hawkshaw.
What do you make of it?
Not sure. Let's keep an open mind.
Alright, I'll keep an open
You
mind.
don't think the crossbow is the murder weapon?
Oh no, the crossbow is definitely the murder weapon. But that doesn't mean we've solved the mystery.
But if she got the crossbow came from here. She must have attached the little the telescope onto it. But why would she claim that it was her telescope if it was connected to this already? Unless it didn't have a telescope because it was so old and she put it on so she could have a better shot. She was definitely in, like, either the attic or in the astronomy tower.
I don't get it. This room is in the original building plans for the mansion. But nowadays it's some big secret?
It's not a secret to everybody. At least one other person still knows about this room.
The way the notebook was left out on the table makes me think it's someone who has the room all to themselves.
Whoever it was, they left more than just the notebook. There's a whole design project on this pinboard. Feels like someone put quite a bit of effort into it.
Is Hawkshaw
It's
a
a shame
robot?
there are things missing from it. Now I'm betting it'd make more sense if we could see it all together.
that might not be impossible, you know.
Design product. Did Freya make a Hawkshaw? What is happening?
The painting from Freya's room and those sketches. Did
Freya.
design Detective Hawkshaw's clothes?
Freya.
What kind of sense does that make?
Freya
I don't
staged
think
her
that's why
own
Freya made that
murder.
painting, but it may have been why somebody took a photo of it to use as reference. And as for those sketches of Hawkshaw, I don't think Freya actually drew them. It was somebody else. Someone with less of a talent for art.
Doesn't exactly
Oh,
narrow it
true.
down.
The drawings do look different.
Should we go ask Detective Hawkshaw about all this?
I'm not sure. I still don't know what's really going on.
The last thing, huh?
You know, in any normal room, this thing would be my main concern. In here, though, it barely makes the top 3.
It's true.
Who are all the people in this photo?
Good question.
Not sure, but it looks like someone didn't like them very much. Their eyes have all been crossed out.
Group photo. The ambassadors of Misted Mansion. Ooh. That's the Remington. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys. It's Poppy's mom. Oh my goodness. She looked just like her mom. Photograph of in a sturdy wood frame. It's dusty and looks several years old. 2 women and 3 men wearing a variety of different styles of clothes. All 5 people have their face crudely covered with black ink. Who's this fellow? Interesting.
That photo is important. I'm sure of it.
Me too. It's the last puzzle
Another
of our
photograph.
pieces.
Their faces are all crossed out with some kind of black ink.
That's weird.
Oh, you think so?
No, I mean, something I just realized. Sally, did we meet any of these people here at Tangle Tower?
Well, the woman on the left looks a little like Poppy, but her style is way different. And at first I thought the guy on the top right was Felix, but now that I look at it, I don't think it is him.
It's definitely their the murder! It's definitely the great grand, like, that's why she went missing. She went away. Maybe Professor is trying to finish the work that his wife was doing. And then he, I don't know. Oh, I'm even more lost now.
Time to solve this.
It is a murder mystery, yes. Time to solve it then. All right.
All right. Break out the notebook.
Oh my god, I'm
Time
salad.
to put it all together.
Let's go,
Let's
let's
start
go,
with
let's
this.
go.
It's an arrow for the crossbow, and it matches Freya's wound. It's the murder weapon. I'm sure of it.
Despite the fact it doesn't have any blood on it, and it wasn't found anywhere near the crime scene.
And Fritz's parents,
Was hidden.
they're missing
I don't
too.
think anybody expected us to get down to that room at the bottom of the lake.
Okay, so Freya was shot by a crossbow. Where was it fired from?
It had to have been above, because that's where we found the real
It was
thingy
fired from above Freya.
through the eye hole.
Yeah, our diagram doesn't show everything. Let's add in the rest of the crime scene.
The attic.
Perfect hiding place. We even found a part of the murder weapon up there. The
True.
wheels used
And they
pulled
could
the
just
arrow
hide
back up
there.
Through the crack in the floorboards.
Explains why we never found a weapon at the crime scene, I guess.
She
The
fell
murderer must have
down.
dropped the reel in the attic. I'm guessing they were in a hurry to escape.
Wait. The arrow was fired through the crack in the floorboards?
Yeah, it's directly above where Freya was found lying on her back.
Nope. Doesn't add up.
Oh.
It would have missed her. if she was still standing up by the painting.
But she wasn't.
Right.
Unless
She was laying down.
Freya was already lying on her
Yeah,
back
yeah, yeah.
before the arrow was fired.
I think so too.
Me too! She was relaxing. She'd fallen unconscious.
She'd fallen unconscious.
Oh my god, a
Something in the
smoke
room
bomb.
caused Freya to fall unconscious.
Smoke bomb! Paint fumes! Because Flora was already slumped. She was slumped too. They both were passed out. And then when Freya woke up, when Flora woke up, Flora was... Oh my god, these names, they had to... Why couldn't they have been slightly different? When Flora woke up, she was confused because all of a sudden she was dead. The gramophone? The paint fumes. Maybe it was the gramophone. Paint
Paint
fumes?
fumes.
I'm not sure about that.
Me neither.
Something in the room caused Freya
The
to...
gramophone.
Right.
But the gramophone by
Yes,
itself
yes,
can't
yes.
do that.
Français! DKP, pourquoi tu fais ça? Je veux pas parler en français maintenant. C'est le climax de le story. L'histoire. Bonjour, je m'appelle Nono. Pourquoi je suis ici? Je sais pas. Parce que je suis Nono. Ah non, 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 non. Bam, 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 bam. N'est-ce pas le meilleur moment? Non! Terrible! Terrible! Est-ce que tu parles français, DKP? J'aime pas quand il y a... Quand... Pourquoi? Parce que maintenant je ne peux pas... Je peux pas parler! Poison! Quelque chose était dans le gramophone.
There was something in the gramophone.
Oui.
Hmm? Something small.
Mais quoi? C'était... Ceci?
That's not it.
Oh. Mais qu'est-ce que c'était? Oh, vraiment?
That's not it.
Est-ce que c'était parce que c'est vraiment... Oh! Ça c'est vraiment... Oui. Oui, KP. Deux plus minutes. C'était... Egg. Oh! Oh! Ceci!
That's not it.
Oh. C'était... C'est quoi ça? Pour l'accent? 2 minutes! Ok, je sais pas qu'est-ce que c'était. Quelque chose était petit dans le... Oh, peut-être... Non. Ou le gramophone. Non, on se demande qu'est-ce que c'était dans le gramophone. Qu'est-ce que c'était dans le gramophone? Peut-être... Oh. Ceci?
That's not it.
Oh. Peut-être
That's not it.
Oui, je parle en français maintenant. Oui!
Pointer's research says it can emit an incredibly loud hiss
J'ai oublié!
when threatened. Poppy and Fitz both said they heard a loud noise
J'ai
around the time
oublié.
of the murder. Neither of them had any idea what it was.
This seems a little far-fetched. Is it really loud enough to knock someone out?
No, I don't think
Ça
so.
peut
Not by itself.
mourir.
But don't forget, it was being amplified by the shape of the gramophone. Now, I don't think we're purely talking about volume either.
Les...
It might just be a particular type of frequency.
Ah.
This is getting kinda scientific.
Oui, oui.
Since when do you know anything about the effects of weaponized audio frequency?
I don't. But I think someone else does. Do you remember that statue we found in the music room? The hornet's playing. It's a
Oh my
pretty
God.
similar shape to
We're
the one on
free.
the gramophone. That broken glass isn't there on accident. This is someone's science experiment.
Tested it.
Thinking about it, Pointer said he saw Flora
I'm in
was
English
knocked out
now.
too. I guess they were both in range of the noise, although Pointer might have been lying.
Personally, I think he was telling the truth about that. It's pretty clear. A powerful frequency.
I forgot
did
that the
pass through
bug
Flora's tower.
does have like
Quite a bit of damage too.
if you hear the bug up close, or the bug makes a frequency that kills you. That was one of the first things that I had said in my first playthrough, that the bug was in the gramophone. And then I was like, maybe not. Wait, what am I looking at? What was affected by the powerful frequency? A whole bunch of things. Freya's paints.
Those cracks didn't appear out of nowhere. Freya's paints, the pink cassette tape, and the gramophone itself, they all sustained similar damage while they were in that room.
That's some seriously powerful vibration. Enough
Yeah.
to crack metal. Enough to knock someone out all the way across a room.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't
Why
get.
didn't they die?
If the frequency was so powerful and had such a big range, how did the murderer pull it off? Wouldn't they have been in range too? Think about it. They can't have been much further away from the gramophone than Flora was.
They had the headphones. Or maybe they were knocked unconscious. It's not like there was any rush to leave, right?
They were knocked unconscious.
Really?
Wait, no.
Wouldn't they have been in range too? Think about it. They can't have been
Fine,
much
they
further.
They
protected.
protected themselves.
They protected
How?
themselves. That's what I was thinking. Like, it would make sense for them to stay up there. How would they get
These
down?
are some pretty heavy-duty earmuffs. I think they'd be enough to block out the sound.
Right. Let's go over everything from the start. 1. Freya is painting Flora's portrait. They're listening
Can't believe
to music on
Hawkshaw
the
killed
gramophone.
her.
2. The murderer is hiding in the attic, wearing earmuffs.
Yes.
3. The
That she
golden
stole
beetle
from
starts to
Fitz's
emit its
greenhouse.
hissing noise.
Hold on. How did it know?
The beetle?
Yeah, what triggered it at that particular moment?
True.
Pointer's research said it makes the noise when it feels threatened.
I'm not sure. Maybe something in the music?
Maybe.
4. Freya and Flora
Maybe.
are both knocked unconscious by the vibrations. Freya lands on her back.
Knocked
She
out.
drops the brush and palette by her side.
Yes.
5. The murderer fires the crossbow directly downwards.
Chickow. But, oh yeah.
6.
Oh yeah, they
Hal
wouldn't
is
be
pulled
able
back up on the
to
wheel.
7.
do it if
The
they
murderer
didn't
leaves
have
attic,
the earmuffs.
Presumably.
8. The door is kicked down. Fitz and Poppy enter the room.
But wouldn't they see them?
That's it. There's something bothering me.
What?
I just want to check something. Let's go back to the crime scene.
We have to know why the beetle was threatened. Ooh. Oh, it looks so pretty in this light now. What is it, ma'am? What are you looking at?
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
Why? I bet it's this dang plant. There's only one plant. But actually there was 2 plants! Where's the second one?
can see the stars.
Good night, Silver.
The plant. It's in the book.
What?
Look.
I knew it. I knew it was this dang plant. That's why I kept on pressing it.
The plant.
What?
Look.
I'm looking. I'm looking, alright. Phoebe says the books belongs to Flora, hasn't been in the library for a long time. Left alone, ink drip, feeding habits. You see the seeds. The seeds, huh?
Freya, did you leave us a clue?
Did she? Huh?
Freya, did you leave us a clue?
It's the clue. It's the
What's
plant!
bothering you?
Something that's not here.
The plant!
The thing we didn't find.
The
You
plant!
know she was holding it during the painting.
Flora's ink dip feather?
Oh.
It was here. In this room. Where'd it go?
Wasn't it the one that was burnt?
We found it somewhere else.
Aw, so sad. But what are these buttons?
We were a little too late to save it.
So it was stolen from the crime scene.
But why would they burn
and
it?
ended up in the incinerator down in the study.
Someone wanted to destroy it, I guess.
But how? How was it stolen from up here in Flora's tower?
Presumably, Flora dropped it when she fell unconscious.
Yeah, and then what? The murderer couldn't have stolen it if they were up in the attic.
Maybe it
So the
flew
question
outside?
is, how could they steal something from a room they weren't able to access?
Hmm.
The final clue about the crime scene.
The plant!
Freya left it for us right here.
It's in the unfinished painting!
It's in the unfinished painting. It's not quite a photo, but still, it's an image of the crime scene recorded just before the murder.
The
If only
murder.
she'd finished it, and then I could be totally sure.
It's true she never finished it, but she did intend to finish it.
Mhm.
We know more about the painting than what Freya actually got down on the canvas.
Was the plant a clue from earlier? Sort of, not really. It's always been there. Like, so it was in the book with the bird that was drawn there. And then we asked Fritz about it. He said he used to make it, but he hasn't because it's very hard to take care of. I'm crazy.
That's not it.
Yes, it is! Don't lie to me. Is it the brush?
Freya prepared all the colors she was going to need before she started painting.
Oh. Sketch. Wait, where's the yellow from? No. The skin. This sketch. Something sitting in the window.
Brown and gray paint was going to be used to paint this sketch of something sitting in the window. Almost. Maybe just...
Maybe was going to be used to paint. Isn't actually paint. Was added by the murderer. Dipped onto the... Different color? The black paint? The red?
Brown and gray. Almost. maybe just
Yellow.
the yellow paint was going to be used to paint.
Yeah!
Something sitting in the window.
That's the one that hadn't been
Something
used
in the
yet.
window.
Something yellow. A beetle?
That's not it.
Oh. The bird? Oh my god. The twist.
There she is.
There she goes.
Our little thief.
How long has it been there? Did it hear the whole conversation?
She did,
Haksha!
but she's a very good listener. Well now, I think this has quite served its purpose, don't you?
It was a oh Penelope!
Why did you...
It's Penelope, if you don't mind.
Oh my
But
god.
before we begin, isn't there a certain formality demanding our attention?
Tie her hands.
Lovely. Now, tell me, what was it that drove you this far? I'm ever so curious.
Justice for Freya!
Justice for Freya.
Is that right? Interesting.
Why did you do it, Penny? What did Freya do to you?
Absolutely nothing.
So, what? You just hated her indiscriminately?
Freya Fellow was an
Wait.
inspiration to us all.
Penny
She
isn't.
was possessed of a great energy. The volition to create.
I thought it was her mom, but it's
something
Penny.
From nothing. The willpower to walk beyond her boundaries. She was truly free. Everything I couldn't be.
Trapped in a
You know what?
cage.
I just realized I actually have no idea who Penelope Pointer really is.
Weird, isn't it? Considering we've met her, what is it, 3 times now?
Exactly. How do we know this one isn't a disguise too?
Wait. How could she be in
You
two
think
places
you've
at
already
once?
Hollowed us out, don't you? Only a few short hours at Tangle Tower, and you feel like you've got everyone sussed, unearthed every single one of our secrets.
She missed some. She
Nothing
missed
but
some
bullet
makeup.
points for your notebook.
She not the
Go
mom?
on, indulge me. What does it say in your notes about Penelope Pointer?
Penelope. She's a murderer. She's lonely.
I suppose I can't argue with that, can I?
Penny, we only know what you choose to tell us, so why not help us out?
Very well. Penelope Pointer is actually not very important at all. She pales in comparison to those who came before her and
I
to those
did it.
that came after.
I'm a solver, not a murderer.
Living at Tangle Tower, it is very difficult to attain the levels of self-realization you probably take for granted.
Was her voice actor the same voice actor this whole time? The voice actress? Haksha and Penny? No way.
You sure this is a Tangle Tower thing and not a you thing?
Perhaps you didn't notice. Not one of them is happy. Not one.
So why stay?
Hmm.
Why not just leave?
I thought she did leave. Penny, you said you traveled, didn't you?
I did. Many times
Hmm.
I walked away. It did not help me. You saw the family tree hanging in the grand hall, did you not?
Yeah.
Yeah, it lists a bunch of people who don't live here anymore.
A bunch of people who don't live here anymore. I couldn't have put it better myself.
Yeah?
My mother, for one. My father, too. The other two Remingtons. Poppy's mother, Primrose. And her brother, Richard.
And Fitz's father.
That's 5. 5 people that might have lived here, but don't.
And that was the first question I wanted answered.
You wanted to know where they'd all gone?
More than that, I wanted to know if I belonged with them. I have no place here. Not among the fellows, the Remingtons, or the Pointers. But I felt there must be a reason why everyone else left. Some common purpose they all shared.
They were part of the hunting group.
My purpose, too.
So, what did you actually do about it?
Nothing I could do, at first. Nobody would tell me anything. The more questions I asked, the fewer answers I got. Then, I found it. I was 19. Same age.
That's a
Freya
long
is now.
time ago.
Found what?
The study.
The study. The one hidden in the middle of the house. It's right next to a bedroom.
Yeah.
I'd hear voices at night. Deep ones. And the strangest thing, the wall
Creepy.
behind my bed would get incredibly hot. For hours on end. The paint would peel. Wallpaper wouldn't
The
stay.
furnace.
I thought I was cursed. I thought it was something trying to break through. Eventually, I couldn't take it anymore. I found my way in the same way you did. Once you know it's there, it's simple.
Yeah.
So, you got into the study and found
Clearly
the
these
incinerator.
people,
That must have been a relief, right?
if they had a maid,
It was
or if they
still
cleaned there, they
warm
would
when I
probably
found it.
figure it out much earlier.
Then, I looked inside. Let's see how thorough you've been. Tell me, do you know what a misted is?
Misted?
Sure.
Mistids? Sure, yeah.
More observant than I thought.
Sorry, what are we talking about?
Grimoire.
It's a collective term from before my time. Birds, insects,
It's like a
amphibians,
cryptid.
anything living off the lake water.
But more.
The mutation can take
mystic.
several generations, or it can happen overnight.
Wait, mistids, like cryptids?
Aha!
Like Bigfoot or whatever.
A little egregious, isn't it? I suspect that was an intentional parallel. The main difference being mistids are perfectly real. They're just kept secret. Or at least, that was the original plan. As it happened, some got out. Quite a few got out.
How do you know all this?
When I entered the study at 19, I found a single object that rather changed my life. Something which
photo.
answered my questions while at once creating all new
The
ones.
photo!
The 5 missing family members standing together as a single unit, calling themselves the ambassadors of Misted Mansion.
So, the house was renamed from Misted Mansion to Tangle Tower?
And rightly so. The age of Misted Mansion is long past. When I looked inside the incinerator on my first visit to the study, I found nothing but ash. The afterimage of a bygone era denied to me in its entirety. The study, the room at the bottom of the lake itself, all empty shells. I felt my only hope lay with the ambassadors. If I could find them, maybe they'd share the family history that Flora and the others were trying so hard to forget.
Tell
How
us,
did
tell
you
us.
track them down?
It was tough. They'd taken almost everything. Books, maps, charts, the creatures themselves.
That's
all
why she
lost,
traveled, to find
taken
them.
away or destroyed. But I got lucky. I got a lead. I found one, and he led me to the rest.
And
Bitch!
what happened? Why'd you paint out all their faces?
They didn't help you either, did they?
19-year-old me had imagined they'd all left with a mission, a unified purpose, but they hadn't. They were, in fact, every bit as fractured as the people that still live here. Most of them had left tracking escaped mystids. Some claimed to be researchers, others little more than hunters.
All 5. Completely useless to me. Even your own parents?
Hold on, I have to restart my iPad.
Eventually, I returned to Tangle Tower. I had nowhere else to go. I considered giving up. But instead, I made a decision.
I fell in love.
There was only one person at Tangle Tower still of interest to me.
Flora!
My dear Uncle Pointer had suddenly made a show of taking up astronomy. A fairly superficial charade. I don't think many people were fooled by it. But I knew it wasn't just a falsehood. It was a mask.
Ooh.
Pointer had found something
Ooh.
from the era of Misted Mansion.
Ooh! The beetle!
So where did he get the beetle? I cannot be sure. But I theorize that he received it in the post.
In the post? From who?
Who can say?
From who?
Inside Tangle Tower. But the thought that he would be in contact with such a person, all that time, I decided to take what was owed to me.
The
so you
beetle.
stole it. Stealing the beetle turned out to be only the first step.
What happened to
Upon
the rest of the
realizing it was
beetles?
gone, Pointer made little effort to disguise his frustration. I asked what was bothering him. He foresaw no risk in sharing a little of the truth with his niece. He told me he'd lost a rare treasure, something he'd been keeping
That's
safe.
why.
I suggested.
That's why she
innocently,
was
that
so.
perhaps it was not lost. Perhaps it had been stolen.
She told us. She was the one that told us that Hawkshaw had been hired by her Pointer. She wanted us to know.
He was very ready to believe he'd been the victim of theft. When I offered to call in a private detective, he jumped on the idea. She arrived the next day. Hawkshaw prides herself on her punctuality, as you know.
Why, though?
Thievery!
Why go through all that? The name, the costume, and everything?
Yeah.
It's somewhat sad to admit, but I had little use left for Penny Pointer as she was. Hawkshaw afforded me new advantages, opportunities.
But didn't you have to pretend to be working for Professor Pointer?
Well, that was one of the advantages. Pointer was in such a desperate state, he was finally willing to share some of his secrets.
Ah,
On the second day,
that's clever.
Hawkshaw explained she needed to be able to search the secret laboratory. Pointer gave in and gave me the code for the harp statue. Reluctantly, but still.
So, you stole Pointer's research?
I would have done, if I'd found anything worth stealing.
Huh.
But he had made remarkably little progress, barely scratching the surface of the beetle's true mystery.
Dun dun.
Which is...
The sound?
It carries an exoskeleton approximately 90% identical to gold.
Only 90. Psh, Pshaw. Pshaw. Monkeys. But no, wait. Bananas are 99% the same as us. Right? Hi, Unplugged! Welcome in. We're solving the mystery. It's the goods. Why the heck? Take your word on it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure about this. Why are all of your guys' names showing? It's distracting me. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm solving crime. I had a thought while she was talking, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, it's kind of clever. She's like, she stole the beetle, and then she needed more information about the beetle, so she's like, hey, you should hire, I can hire a private detective for you. Do you want to, like, so that she can try and figure out who stole your beetle? And then she became that private detective, and then was like, so I'm gonna need some information about, the beetle and what you're exactly looking for, and where all your research is, and so smart.
But it's not the 90% I'm interested in.
The 10%.
Did you ever question what exactly makes the water here so unique? Before Misted Mansion was built over the lake, before the lake was even a lake, Lord Remington and his wife built a small structure here, a research station, supposedly. Fast forward 2 or 3 generations,
And as you saw for yourself, it's been mostly cleared out.
The ambassadors took everything when they left.
And everything they didn't take was burned in the incinerator.
Why?
However, possessing additional insight, I found something the others had
You're
missed.
sleepy? Go sleep.
It's not much, but I have what I need.
A rock?
So, why isn't this the end of the story? Why did you stay? Why did you kill Freya?
Honk you. Why did you kill? Aw, you can't sleep? That's rough. The Will of Freya Fellow. Hello, lady. I like that she's still tied up.
Simply put, Freya was too good for me. It's my fault.
Oh my god, they were in
I
love?
pushed her over the edge. Unknowingly, but still, I take the blame.
What are you talking about?
Did you know I based the design for Hawkshaw on something Freya painted?
The rock! It looks like her.
That's right. I had assumed it was purely abstract. I just thought it had a good energy. I later discovered it was a figure of some kind, something from Freya's recurring nightmare. For all her vitality, I think Freya was probably the most troubled of all of us. She was desperate.
6 hours of sleep and physics have
She
gotten
couldn't
even
just
less. Oh
walk
no!
away.
You should go to the
Quite some
doctor.
time, she'd been trying to break into Pointer's laboratory. Freya and her friends were halfway through deciphering those symbols on the harp statue, I believe.
Why did she care about getting into Pointer's lab?
That's exactly what I wondered. At first, I thought perhaps she just wanted to free the beetles. She has a
Free the
fondness for
beetles!
what Pointer was doing upset her significantly. But in fact, I think it was something else. I think she wanted to free Fiona. The real reason Freya was unable to leave Tangle Tower
Who's Fiona
is
again?
that she could not get Fiona to
Oh,
agree to
Fifi!
come with her.
True!
We're now firmly in the realm of speculation, but I think Freya felt that exposing the darker secrets of Tangle Tower, not just to the rest of the family, but to the world, would compromise all three families.
You
And
can't
perhaps,
hear me.
Somehow, free Fiona from the shackles of her inheritance.
They were in love.
Anyway, but something happened. Before Freya could find her way into Pointer's laboratory.
She found her way into your study. Found your notes. Found that photograph. I'm willing to bet she put it all together quicker than we did.
Because she's
So
smart.
she worked out what
And
had
we're
happened
not.
to the 5 ambassadors. Specifically, what you'd done to them when they refused to help you.
You killed them?
Freya had made a promise to paint Flora as a birthday gift, a parting gift. from
Real
us.
DKP.
She'd be in a locked room, several hours away from her friends. It was my best chance.
But why hide in the attic? And why bother with the beetle at all?
Yeah.
The beetle in the gramophone wasn't for Freya. It was for Flora. She didn't deserve to be involved. She suffered enough. I couldn't get Flora out of her room.
She didn't
She could be
deserve.
unconscious, then she wouldn't have to witness anything.
Why the knife? The illusion of the painted knife with the blood.
That was for Fiona.
I knew it!
Too, I suppose. Gave them something to focus on.
You mean it distracted them while you made your escape?
Oh,
Helped
ads.
them
Welcome back.
The very idea of something abstract, something supernatural. I believe it made things marginally less painful for them initially. Worked on you, too.
So why
Puff.
are you still
Puff,
here?
puff.
Why
Yeah.
not take your first chance and leave?
Yeah.
Ah, well, I've been waiting for an opportunity to get my beetle back. I'd really rather not leave without it.
My beetle.
Wait, it's still here?
Thank you
inside
for
the
the
gramophone.
gifted sub, DKP. Oh my god. No. Was that a quick time event? Was that meant to happen? It was not. Okay, good. I was saying, Unplugged, I was saying that you should go see a doctor. That's very bad. No failing. Quick time event would be wild. I was distracted.
What's going on?
Poppy, they are both awake.
I can see.
You two all right?
My head hurts. What happened to us?
I would always.
You were both unconscious. 14 minutes by my count.
Really?
You're both fine. No injuries.
Was it the beetle? In the gramophone? I heard it through the ceiling in my room.
The exact same sound we heard before the murder.
I guess it must have been.
So how did we get down here? What happened to Penny?
Unplugged. That makes
obviously.
sense. They didn't have any alternatives then?
When I reached Flora's tower, you were both unconscious, and Penny was crouched down beside you. She had her crossbow on her. But who knows? She may have just been checking you were both asleep.
Did you know
Fitz.
that she was the murderer?
Poppy and Fifi suspected her. Apparently, they were pretty close to solving it themselves.
Fitz did not want to believe us, because he liked Penny. A lot.
Oh.
But what happened? Fitz, what did she do when she saw you?
She jumped out the window.
What? Did she survive?
She did.
I heard something land in the garden outside my room, but by the time I got out there to check, she was already gone.
Hang on. Poppy, why do you have Penny's hat bird?
Poppy
She left
kinda
him
jealous.
behind. Found him sitting on the floor in the aviary.
No.
All by himself.
Poor hat
Poor
bird.
little thing. The mean lady didn't care about you at all, did she? No, she didn't.
I apologize.
she didn't.
Poppy seems to be under the illusion that the bird can understand human language.
So,
Ah.
Penny got away.
I'm afraid she did.
We had suspected she might try to escape. I was stationed here by the lake's edge. I proved to be an ineffective guard. She took the boat.
Did she take the beetle with her?
Nope,
How do you know?
because it's right here.
Oh, beetle.
It was still in the gramophone. I guess I scared her off before she had a chance to take it.
Poppy, what are you going to do with it?
Eat
Are
it.
you going to give it back to your father?
No, I'm not. It doesn't belong to anyone.
Set it free.
So, I'm going to put it on the ground and never bother it again.
Aw.
I think that's what she would have wanted.
Freedom! Fifi's voice does sound familiar. You're so right. I don't know where it is, where it's from though. Voices, let's see. Sarah Williams? That name sounds very... She was voiced by the same voice actress? Oh my god, the entire time. And I was complimenting Hawkshaw's voice. What are my thoughts? My thoughts are, if I hadn't tied her up, would she have killed us? Or would she have done something else if I hadn't have tied her up? I also don't know how she didn't pass out. She's in a lot of stuff. Ooh. Oh. Bzzz. Ah. How did... She didn't have any earphones at the time. She didn't have the headphones. They're... Oh, cool! Wait, I have to see all of these. Classic grimoire. Sure. Sally! In the previous game with her hair down and her back in a long plait. However, when we rejoined this game, we realized it made her a clunky silhouette. I like these bundles. Wait, who was Sally in the first game? I can't remember. That was Sally? You can see how both Sally and Grimar are about halfway towards their Tangle Tower designs. Find out then a figure out game. Yeah, I guess that's like the thing, right? Where'd you get the mustache from? I grew it myself. Silly goose. Was she the store owner in the first one? Did you play the, what is it? The Root Tree Sisters Are Dead? Did you play that game? Perf? Yes! That one's a figure out game. I guess it's a, have I ever played FNAF? I played it once. I played the third one, I think. The one where you're in a little kid's room. I was very scared. I didn't like it. Oh, what was I gonna say? I guess it depends on my mood on what kind of game I want to be playing. I think maybe Nancy Drew games are the best example of it because they tell a story a little bit better in the sense that not everything is all of a sudden a monologue at the end. That's 4! I think I was playing that when I sent the puzzle game list. I've only played the first half of the Root Tree Sisters Are Dead. There's like that second one. I haven't started that version, the second part of it. I forgot the name. I need to look that up though. Obra Dinn. I know that name. Yes! That was one of the... Oh, I forget where... But I was gonna play that, or I was gonna do something with that. I remember that game. I remember looking it up too. Is there a way we could see the cast for the game again? This game? Look at her nose. Ooh. Aww. I like this version where you can really see how old she is. I get like the cheekbones, but I like this. Can I post a link for the credits? Yeah! Interesting designs. They're shaped so cool. Oh my god, look at this guy's jaw. This guy went through a lot of changes. Holy moly. Fifi! Ooh! He was initially conceived as a sitting... A raid! Hello, you two! Hi, Noble Fox! Hi, Misty Gecko! Hello, welcome in. Hello, wowie zowie wow. You were playing... What were you playing? Oblivion? Welcome in! My name is No, you know that. No, but you know that. We just finished this game and we're kind of chatting about mystery games right now and looking at the character creations. We were here together! Oh! We were here! Oh, I see it now. Sometimes I get spammed with so much of the notifications that I don't get to see what it is. But that's like a puzzle game too! We're all solving crimes together. I mean, puzzles together. Good night, Unplugged, or at least I hope you can try to sleep. Sometimes, even if you can't sleep, if you lay down and close your eyes, that is like almost like a soft reset of the body. Like, even if it can't totally reset, it still is resetting a little bit. So that in itself is good, even if you don't totally sleep. Is it a puzzle game? It hurts. Our head hurts now. This was a puzzle game too, but it also wasn't a puzzle game. It's more like a... I guess, no. There were puzzles in this game, so I would call it a puzzle game. But it is a lot more like, you click everything and then you have everything and then it tells you where to go. I do still, more complicated Nancy Drew games are nice in the sense that you get a little monologue at the end, but it's not like a huge twist because you still have solved everything up until that point. What puzzle games are fun? Yeah! Okay, let's look more. Oh! You can see her kind of forming. Cute. 30 minutes on one puzzle. At least there wasn't like a time limit? She's been quite limited to her movements. For example, Anna mandated that she doesn't turn her head on her shoulders. She's not one for theatrics. That said, we planned for some fun animations with that beaker, but they didn't fit anywhere, so we omitted them. Aww. We overlooked the simp. That's always how it goes. That's always how it goes. That's what I did too. I missed a giant box underneath this guy's bed, and it was in plain view. The point of Hawkshaw initially is to provide a contrast with Grimoire, where Grimoire is friendly, open, and emotionally reactive. Hawkshaw is blunt, stern, and emotionally closed off. So Detective Hawkshaw is a perfectionist, so her design is all sharp angles and clean lines. She never wastes any energy, even keeping her arms hidden under her cloak, unless she needs them. Pretty. Snap. She's so pretty. It is really good. Thank you, Noble! Sweet dreams! Thank you again for the raid, and everyone that came along, get some rest as well. It's time for some sleeping. Who's this? Freya! Oh my gosh, Freya! Look at these little... There's a white dress to suggest the purity of her soul. Importantly, it's splattered with color from her paint, suggesting she's not afraid of making a mess and going against conviction. Too obvious? I like the... It's fun to see how they develop the shapes. Like, you can tell that she's heavy with shapes here already, but then she becomes even simpler in shapes. Oof, oof, oof. Sketched or squished? Yeah. Oh! Oh my god, he changed so much. Conceived as an insect character, butterflies in particular, later on he became a gardening creator, which is similarly associated with someone quiet and delicate. I wanted Fitz to be super handsome and cool, but in an incidental way. Oh my god, wait! Remember when I was saying earlier when Hawkshaw was like complimenting Fitz? He was like, oh, Fitz is very he has good physique, and he's a little restless in his greenhouse. It was because it was Penny! And it was Penny flirting because it was her husband! Or her future husband. I mean, now her ex-fiancé. Her never husband. Aww. Big muscular man using tiny gardening tools. However, none of those poses made it to the final game. Fitz kept his little glasses right up until production. But after I received Josh Chalmers' excellent voice samples, I realized Fitz was becoming more emotionally vulnerable, so I took the glasses away. Aww. You schnifty flower. Aww. I like him. I think there are probably more drawings of Fitz on this slide than actual frames of animation in the game. Ultimately, it worked best for him to be almost creepily static. He's a kind soul but has trouble around people, so limiting his movements helped him come across as tense and uncomfortable. True. I liked him a lot. Look at this guy's neck! True. Pointer is conceived as a fairly traditional professor archetype, the sort of person who would have a garden shed full of half-finished inventions. I love this. At this stage of the production process, I wasn't sure what kinds of shapes to use. I just knew I wanted Pointer to be sharp and spindly. Like he's pointing at something, right? By this point, we had landed on the idea of Pointer being a spaced-out astronomy professor with an airy, philosophical manner. He was given large eyes for staring into space and long arms for making sweeping gestures. They did have fun with those sweeping gestures. His hair is designed to resemble a book, a roof, and a bad wig all at the same time. Is this true? He can turn his head around the corner and actually... True. Oh, that's a good sketch. This one too. These are their like more I like this guy. This is something how my mom would draw. Funny little sneaking eyes. This little nose in the book. Academical looking astronomer with faraway look in his eyes. He's hiding a few secrets, so I wanted him to seem distrusting and slightly slimy. He sure does look slimy. Nice. The one in the bottom left looks like he's out of a disco. Oh, this. Penny! Birds playing with strands of hair. Walk. Thought it would be fun if Penny had multiple birds around her person. Oh, hat. With whom she can speak during conversations with Grimoire, perhaps even interrupting her mid-sentence. This eventually boiled down to the one bird on her head, and instead of talking to it, the joke became that Penny simply treats it as if it were a normal hat. Oh, that's why they abandoned it. Or she left it. Very cute. Penny's a complex character. At this stage in the design process, I was focused on her duality as both a cool, elegant femme fatale and a pouty, petulant young woman. I love his happy face. Look at him here. He's like... Melodramatic and hammy energy. Oh, so pretty. I like this Catherine. Her sketches. Do you think this is real paper? It must be. Penny is Tangle Tower's femme fatale. Fatale. So we really leaned into that. I really like this kind of like design from the 1950s. I definitely got that. Squawk! Look at this. So cute. Oh my god, this design is awesome. I still love it so much. Penny has ended up being a real fan favorite. I like to think that my animation plays a part in that. It does, Jonathan. It really does. She's probably the most emotive of the cast, so bringing that out in her animations was really important. Her weird wing arm sleeve things were a challenge to move convincingly, but I think it was worth it. It was. Puppy! concept for a puppy was someone who really doesn't want to talk to you. Instead, she resolutely faces her piano, protected by a shroud of hair that falls all the way to the floor. All this adds up to give a ghostly appearance, and by extension, Poppy's music room became something you might find in a haunted mansion. Sure. Yeah, emo! It's been a while trying to find the right shapes for Poppy's head and face. For some reason, the moment it began to work for me was when I gave her the little snake nose. Snake-like nose. True. Crucial detail of Poppy's design is the singular ear poking out. I think it gives her a little bit of much-needed humanity and vulnerability. I do like that too. It's like she's almost like tucking her hair behind her ear without actually tucking it behind her ear. Really long hair, and I like that it felt like gravity was pulling her downwards. Yes! Yes, that's totally it. It's like it's pulling her towards the earth. Oh, she's so cool. Like a sludge. A little sludge fellow. I love these kind of creepy eyes. Poppy was simultaneously one of my favorite and least favorite characters to draw, as her hair was great fun to animate but also took absolute ages. It's very important to me to have it the right weight and softness to it. Also, I referenced some actual videos of the piano player who plays her theme for that particular animation. Aww. I like that. That was fun. More games need to add these things. I want to see sketches. They're so fun. It also, I feel like it's good, like, if you're learning to draw, it's fun to see how professional artists block off color and, like, get an idea across quickly. They often take the early variations and store it away for later. True. Sometimes people like to hold them and then sell them later, but I want to see them now. Ooh. The aviary. The library. Oh, this was not how it ended up being. Oh, they still took the shape of the... Ah, interesting. We haven't just scaled down, but I kept the big window. This library is a shared space, but it's also Phoebe's haven, in which she has created a little space for herself. Ah. I'm sad we didn't get to figure out what exactly the ambassadors were trying to do. Like, it was some big mystery that also Poppy wanted to solve, but she couldn't solve it, and then we couldn't solve it. Hi, Zara! I'm happy to see you! Like Mercy from Overwatch split into two different characters. Oh, true! They do tend to do that. That is a very... As a, like, a writer, sometimes when you're, like, even, like, drawing or sketching an idea out, you like some concept of that character, but it doesn't fit in the entire character, so you have to kind of, like, grab it and save it for later and put it into something else. Or, like, create, like, offsprings of characters, kind of, like, not, like, their actual, like, the character's actual child or anything, but be like, oh, I like a little bit of this character, and I liked a little bit of this character, so I'm gonna join them together and create this kind of character. Very fun! Oh, I'm glad we finished it. I can add it to my I've completed Tangle Tower now. Have you ever read a Brandon Sanderson books? I have not. I haven't read a book. I was gonna say I haven't read a book in a good time, but I read books every Wednesday. I haven't read a book that isn't Warrior Cats in a very long time. I read a lot though on my phone. I exclusively read Warrior Cats. I read a lot on my phone, but it's always fanfic. Brandon Sanderson, though. Is he like a detective? Brandon Sanderson books. Skyward. The Cosmer fictional universe. Mistborn series! I feel like I know that. Mistborn trilogy. Sounds very familiar. AO3 are warrior cats. Yeah. It is my something it hits, you know? Hits different. Okay. Let us find someone to raid then, shall we? Shall we? I think I have Oberdin on my wish list, but I'm gonna make sure before I accidentally close the tab and forget it exists again. Wonder if it's on sale. No, it's not on sale, rats. Rats. It wasn't on my wish list. Excellent. Dang, overwhelmingly positive. What an astonishing game. I will play you one day. It looks so interesting. What a curious way to make a game. Gambling the Haunces. Ooh. Oh, Boo the Rat is streaming. Oh, smitten Seraph. Smitten. Cute. All right. Good night. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I hope that you have a good night. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a good night. I'm gonna be streaming Warrior Cats tomorrow, and then on Thursday I won't be streaming, but I will be at Dun's birthday event, so I'll link that in the Discord if you want to come watch it. I think we're doing like a VR thing with I know there's gonna be like a Danganronpa VR game, so I'm excited for that. And then on Friday, finally, we'll go back to not League of Legends, Legend of Zelda again, because we've missed so many weeks. Hopefully, I remember how to use the controls properly. Yeah! Okay, bye-bye, you guys. Love you. I'll see you. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.